smack dab in it. Hey, tomorrow, it goes away. On the freedom, just right from the way.
If they were applying for asylum, then why did they rush the border crossing? Is that what asylum application looks like?
Well, not all of them are probably going to meet the standard for asylum.
But would you
Now,
say that someone who waves the flag of a foreign country as he rushes your border station is eligible for asylum?
Well, I don't understand why they would be holding their flag when they're running from that country, so that's a good point. But some of them...
What if they rush what if they try and bum rush the border agents? Doesn't that immediately disqualify them?
We both agree that they have no right to bum rush our border, and we have the right to use force, not lethal force, but a non-lethal force to prevent them from coming across. And for those who threw rocks, it was right for our Border Patrol agents to arrest them and even to use tear gas if that's what they needed to do to stop them from coming across.
Everybody moving on love for one another. Call some friend and call it some brother.
Want to get it off your chest? Call the Dave Weinbaum Show. Except for ourselves, we don't suffer fools here. Want politics and fun sprinkled with a lot of laughs? You're in the right place. Heard in 50 states and 98 countries, now in its 11th year. The Dave Weinbaum Show is on the air. First, the blue wave turns into a trickle. And then the trickle, according to the mainstream media of migrants, turns into an invasion. Mexico is turning the backers of this immigrant caravan into the devils that they are. Mexico is being ruined, especially Tijuana. They have run out of money. And there's nowhere for these people to go. Thank you very much, George Soros. Some are going to go back to their countries, Honduras, Guatemala, Afghanistan, Iran. And some are going to stay and try to bridge the wall. Once again, our president was right, and the Dems and media were dead wrong. And all that whispering and whimpering about how cruel Trump was to use tear gas against them because there are little kids involved. First of all, why would you bring kids to an invasion and put them on the front lines? Hamas, George Soros, the MSM and the Hollywood elite, like Alyssa Milano, were apocalyptic. How evil Trump is. There's children. And we find out later, and it's going to be reported on this show, that some of the children were kidnapped and not with their parents. Some were slaves to the people that kidnapped them. And over 600, including 100 now in Mexican jails, were criminals. And here's the kicker. This has been done before. Tear gassing, people trying to invade this country, and guess who did it? Barack Hussein Obama. Tear gassed migrants over 100 times on the border. Did you hear a peep out of anybody, much less the media? Nada. There was not one criticism that we know of Barack Hussein Obama when he did it. Once again, Trump was right. He was so right that even Dems are starting to sound like they'll make a deal on immigration, including dreamers and a wall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beginning of my 11th year of... What are you doing?
I'm waiting for JJ. Waiting for JJ.
Oh my God, Stan is like he's like psycho. I mean psychic. You know, he's got his hand on the button for the telephone and nobody's calling. You know, like you know what that and there it is right there. Oh my God, this is not good.
Right.
Anyways, Stan is here. Radio legend Stan. My fiance Lisa Strausser is late, and she called in.
She's coming in from the parking lot right now.
She's not excused. There's no excuse for this. She's going to get fined. And but this is the beginning of my 11th year. Hello, good morning, Lisa Strausser. You're fined. Anyways, I didn't say you're fine. Well, you're fine, but you're fined too. So look at her. She's unraveling all her stuff. She's got her breakfast, and oh my goodness. All right. Quit being a distraction. Anyways, so we're here.
That's our job.
This is the beginning of my 11th year.
Yeah.
This is my 10th anniversary on being on the radio.
Wow.
That's a decade. You know, that's a long time.
Yeah, it is.
Man alive. Who would have thought that this... Yeah, well, okay. All right, I'll accept that. And, you know, I would say give another shout-out to the fans, and especially the one who's on the phone. Well, I know I'm keeping waiting, but, you know, go with me for a little bit here, because I have to announce something that's very important. We have the scoop of all scoops today.
Yeah.
We have a young lady coming back on the show. She's been on the show, for the last 4 or 5 months. She did something yesterday that was almost biblical. And I'll explain it later, but Laura Loomer is going to be live on the Dave Weinbaum Show today at roughly 11. I'm not going to guarantee a particular time, but she's going to be here live and talk about, I wonder what she's been doing the last day or two, you know? Come on. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show, JJ. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, this is JJ from Rolla, and congratulations on your decade in radio, Dave.
Well, thank you. Thank you, JJ.
I've been listening most of that time, and once I discovered you, I've been listening every time.
Well, you're always welcome on this show, and you are quite an opening act. What do you got for me today, JJ?
Well, I've got 2 or 3 things that stuck in my craw this week. Item number 1, Justice Roberts, who is kind of a moderate Supreme Court justice, who came out as a result of a tweet by Trump and said there are no Obama judges, there are no Trump judges, just guys trying to do their job, blah, blah, blah. All he really needed to do was take a look at the turnover rate of the Ninth Circuit, which covers the western United States, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. And he would find that, yeah, the Obama judges kind of make a lot of mistakes, and they're ideologues instead of justice seekers. So I think Roberts got it wrong, and if you look at the Twitter blasts that have been going since then, pretty much everybody on Twitter has said the same thing. Hey, bud, you really need to take a look at this because, well, you're wrong.
He's worse than a moderate judge. He's a hack, and he proved it by what he did, first of all, when he contradicted what he just said. When Obama criticized Alioto from a big speech, a State of the Union speech, in front of the whole world, and Alioto mouthed the words, "not true."
I remember
didn't do a darn thing. He didn't criticize Trump. He didn't criticize Obama. But here he criticizes Trump for an obvious truth. It's obvious that that's where they all go to have their appeals because they know they're going to get rewarded. They're liberal judges.
This is the same Supreme Court judge that rewrote the individual mandate and turned it into a tax.
And that was Roberts. You got it.
That was Obamacare, and Justice Roberts did that. He's on record. Shame on him. I think he needs to think about this a little bit instead of blatantly saying, "Well, there are no Obama judges."
I think he needs to think about it on his time, not ours. Resign.
Yeah. Well, a rhino president, chose a rhino judge.
Well,
there you go.
Yeah.
Item number 2.
Yes, sir.
Mueller. Of course, Mueller has been a thorn in our sides.
That's right.
And now the Cohen plea deal.
Yeah.
They got Cohen for a plea deal for lying to Congress. Well, you look at a congressman, hell, they're all lying. I just wonder if in the future Trump doesn't pardon him and a few of these other folks, of course, after the swearing in of the new Congress. I think that would be appropriate since some of this stuff is really lying on technicalities. They're not convicting these folks on anything of substance.
Well,
of course,
right.
The Mueller investigation is hollow. When you yell inside it, it echoes.
There's a purpose to the Mueller investigation. It prevents people from investigating the real criminals in this, and I believe Mueller is one of them, Mueller. All right, I call him Mueller. See what his name is Mueller, but I call him Mueller because of Ferris Bueller Days Off. Anyways, Mueller. So he is protecting a lot of people, and he's protecting his own sorry arse. And we're going to be talking about
Hillary
that later.
knows where all the bodies are buried, and I think the reason they haven't gone after Hillary, aside from the obvious political stuff, is that she's got enough dirt on most of them that she could sink the boat, and none of the congressmen want their boat sunk.
Uranium One. You sell 20% of the uranium to our arch enemies, according to these lying Democrats, Russia. And you don't get a piece of that action? I think all of these guys got a piece of that action. That's why they can't afford to let Trump stay as president of the United States. What do you got? What else you got, JJ?
I got one more thing.
Okay.
And that is Rabbi Moshe's going to be coming on, I think.
Yes, he is.
And recent rocket attacks in Gaza, I would love for you to ask him if Benjamin Netanyahu to respond.
2 shows ago, because he wasn't on last week. And
That's good.
yeah, I think very good.
There have been a number of things that have happened since that day. A number of Christian Jerusalem are very much different from that. And what I'm getting out of the network is not much enough. I really like to know what this take is on. Well, I do ask him about
some of the interviews are taped, and his was taped because of because he's got to be he's an observant Jew, and right now. Or
And
there's
it
a
has
crooked
nothing
judge
to do
up
with
there.
Russia anyway. It's just, claimed to be some stuff in Russia.
Yeah.
But the Russians have nothing to do with that stupid dossier. That's a British thing.
Yeah, well,
It's all private. It's a
Right.
Soros thing, I should say.
well, it's an anti-Trump thing that
Yeah, it's
the
a Democrat-
British,
it's a
the
DNC
British
thing.
intelligence
Yeah.
decided to
There's
deal
no
with. Now,
intelligence.
why
It's
the
just all made
and,
up. It's just a bunch of retired hacks.
Well, all right, but
Who
it's
happen to be
and
working for
people like
MI5 or
John
MI6.
Brennan and John McCain pushed in the United States because they both were scared and or hated Trump so much.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we're dealing with. This is a big cover-up.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You agree with me on that. Thank you. You actually said I was right
Of course I
about
do.
something today, which is very
you're
unusual
right on
for
a lot
you.
of things.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Hi to Martha, too. All right.
Hi, Martha. Says hi.
All right. Get off the phone now. Thank you, Chester.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
You have a
Chester.
nice day. All right. Time for us to take a break. I haven't mentioned the phone number yet, have I?
No.
Call 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday, located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905 at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
Reality check number 31. New cars can go from 0 to 60 in 6 seconds. Why can't new car loans move like that? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We may look like typical bankers, but when it comes to car loans, we're downright speed demons. We approve loans in record time, so you can get that new baby on the road ASAP. And by the way, you really do look good in that new ride. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Why is everyone lying about this? Why is the DNC and all the people who work for them, Acosta and all the buffoons you see on television, why are they demanding that we not believe our eyes, that there's no caravan they're telling us, they would never hop the border, you're a racist if you think they're attacking us? Why are they lying to us, do you think?
Well, it's not for me to explain what they're saying. What I want to do is to talk about what is a sensible solution to this, which is the compromise that was reached in October between the U.S., Mexico, and UNHCR, which is the UN Refugee Agency, which is these people stay in Mexico. They are given housing, they can stay there, and they are allowed to apply for political asylum in the U.S. while in Mexico. And during that time, they will be processed legally, and their rights will be adjudicated via our process. And if they don't meet the standard, they can't come in. And many of them, in the meantime, will likely find jobs in Mexico or go home. And that's already happened.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it's easy. Mexico can't tolerate it. They're figuring this out. They're stuck. They got, thousands and thousands and thousands of people getting money and food and sanitation, and Mexico can't handle it. Tijuana, a little city there, $30,000 a day. Okay? And they can't handle it. They're done. This is turning into quite a moment, and maybe a moment that needed to happen 30 years ago under Ronald Reagan. Finally, somebody has the guts to stop the invasion of our country. Sure, we want legal immigrants. We want them, however, to be vetted. We don't want gang members. We don't want children traffickers. We don't want opioid drug cartels invading our country. We have an opioid epidemic here right now, to where our actual life on earth as Americans, our longevity is 78 years old. It used to be higher. We're going down. Why? Because a lot of people are offing themselves, accidentally or otherwise, with opioids. And a lot of it's coming from south of the border. This has to be stopped. What don't people get about that? All the Democrats are looking at with this is that they need these illegal immigrants now. They figured this out recently. They need them now because they see they can control them. They see that this is their new black base, because they're losing their black base via people like Candace Owens and Charlie Kirk, who have now turned a lot of blacks from blue to red. And I mean, it's grown, it's getting big. We're going to hear from Larry Elder later about the cause of problems for the black community, what the real problem is, how it evolved, and how the Democrats took advantage of it.
Well, they're losing the Hispanic vote too,
and he's making a very, very big dents in the span. This is the legal immigrants in America. Even the ones who are illegal don't want the new immigrants coming in taking their jobs. Okay, so there you go. A lot of them were voting for Trump. They never got that at Google when they tried to sway the Latin vote to Hillary. All right. They never expected the Latin vote to go to Trump, and a lot of it did.
Sure.
All right, we're going to listen to the rabbi right now, and pretty soon we're going to be hearing from
Sicilian moment first.
Sicilian moment. I'm not going to forget the Sicilian.
Hey, let's not forget.
Oh, no, man.
Yeah, forget about it.
That's not good. Did you hear about the trainer for rich kids? Yeah, he was an air conditioner. Forget about it. Oh, man. You got to watch out for the air conditioners, They're bad on these rich kids, because they don't got anybody trying to discipline them, Well, maybe it's a good thing then. But you know what? Forget about it anyway. All right, we're back on the show. And I think right now we were going to do the rabbi early, but it's turning out to be right exactly when we always do it.
That's right.
So why don't you go ahead and hit it, Stan?
Yeah, 1 second, Dave. You were talking to another rabbi? Sounds like you're cheating on me.
No, actually, I'm cheating with you on him because he was the first rabbi. Listen to this. I got rabbis fighting over me. This is kind of weird. Ladies and gentlemen, world traveler, second most powerful in the state of Israel and his own house, according to his wife Yunit, official future rabbi to the Trump Third Temple Hotel Golf Course Casino and Spa, and the official rabbi to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild.
Woohoo! Yay! Woohoo! It's just somehow, without the applause, it's just.
Do you know what we had to do? Now, all right, you can get out of here now. We got 3,000 people in this little office here. We got them in the studio just for you.
Okay.
This is going to cost us $37,952.22 just to get the people in here to applaud you. All right, so, Rabbi, I had to pay them all.
Yes.
You think they were cheering out of their own goodwill? I don't think so. All right, so Rabbi, you escaped from The Hague. Please report.
Yes, so I was last week in The Hague, which is a city in Holland. It's also the home of the International Court, the International Criminal Court, the Peace Palace, and a very, very important international city. It's been in the news a lot, obviously, and it was founded in 1913, the Peace Palace, the International Courts. And so I spent a week based out of The Hague, but traveling all around Holland and speaking to different audiences about Israel. My host has a ministry in The Hague trying to defend Israel in the International Court, and he's had a lot of success there. So I traveled all over Holland. Holland is not as big a country as I thought, I have to confess my ignorance. And I even got myself a pair of wooden shoes, which was quite interesting. But my message was very, very well received, and it's incredible how many Dutch people speak English very, very well. I did have a translator for the few people that didn't speak English, but most of my audiences spoke English, and very, very supportive of Israel, which is interesting and wonderful, considering that this week CNN was reported, the headline in CNN was that anti-Semitism is alive and well in Europe. And in a poll, 1 out of 5 Europeans, that's 20%, still are anti-Semitic, which is pretty incredible. Yeah.
Wow, and it's rising in this country too. Hey, on another positive note, though, the son of Brazil's president confirms that because of Jared Kushner, Brazil would be moving its embassy to Jerusalem from Tel Aviv.
Yes. Yeah, that's amazing. And also the Czech Republic as well.
Yes.
They're going to be moving as well. One other thing on my trip to Holland, I met a woman at one of my talks. Her parents were just honored 75 years later as righteous Gentiles by Yad Vashem, which is the Holocaust memorial here in Israel. Her parents had hid 2 Jews during the Holocaust, during World War II, and saved their lives. But it took 75 years for them to be honored. Why? Because these 2 men that she saved never married, never had families, and she couldn't track down these 2 men that her parents had saved. And you have to prove to Yad Vashem that you saved someone, but there was no one in the world of the living that was related to these two men that her parents had saved. But finally, she did find their names through a lot of diligent research, and 75 years later, her parents, as righteous Gentiles who saved Jews during the war, they're honored at Yad Vashem here in Israel.
Which is the basis of the Israel Global Alliance, isn't it? Is that non-Jews
exactly.
and Jews get along. We've got much more in common than we do in terms of differences.
Exactly, and that's what we really need to emphasize.
Hey, what's the deal with Airbnb? Yeah, what's the deal with them and the Israeli West Bank?
So Airbnb, which is a huge company, if your listeners haven't heard of it, but they're a platform on the internet. You can book private homes, really, and apartments that people can rent out in order to make a little extra income. And in pretty much every major city or even small city in the world, you can rent out someone's space, either their house or their apartment, and people make a lot of money doing this. So Airbnb decided they're going to delist from their website all the 200 listings of Jewish homes found in Judea and Samaria, or what the world calls the West Bank. Now, this caused an enormous uproar because this is clearly, whether it was intended, but it is clearly an anti-Semitic policy in that they're trying to decide a disputed territory. They take the favor of one side. They did not delist any of the properties that belong to Arabs. They only delisted Jewish properties. Now, this caused a huge firestorm in the United States because they are a U.S.-based company in California, and the law in the United States, in at least 26 states right now, is that you cannot participate in boycotts, these anti-Semitic boycotts against Israel. And now I just read today that the Justice Department is investigating. I saw the state of Florida, the newly elected governor is investigating whether or not Airbnb is going to be allowed to do business in Florida. I mean, they're facing a real legal challenge with this.
Hey, because of the murder of journalist Khashoggi, it seems to us that the Congress now is pushing to stop relations from the USA to Saudi Arabia. Why is murder by Iran okay and not Saudi Arabia?
Well, it's because this push is coming from the liberal left. They have one goal in mind, and that is whatever Trump wants to do is to undermine him. Now, no doubt his murder was a tragedy and may have even been orchestrated and approved by the Saudi Arabian prince, king, and he may have known about it. But the bottom line is this. You're dealing with a region that's loaded with tyrants and loaded with people that do not have Western values and morals. So if you're going to start to hold every single nation that the United States deals with to a standard, especially in the Middle East, that's impossible to achieve, and you're never going to have relationships with any country in the world. And I'm not saying that the United States has to overlook terrorism, but, we have to investigate. But I don't think what they're calling for really makes sense, to be honest with you, Dave.
Well, and there's a sense that, yes, you deal with these guys, and you try to persuade them to do the right thing. Which isn't always going to happen, but that's the way it ought to be. As Trump says, we're staying in the Middle East to back Israel, period.
Right.
That's what he says.
Exactly. Look, Obama dealt with Iran. He had a relationship with Iran. But you deal with them because you have to try to get things that are in the favor of your own foreign policy. And I think this idea of cutting ties and non-economic everything would be a huge error, because Saudi Arabia has come a long way, and you have to look at the big picture of where Saudi Arabia was just a few years ago and where they are now, as far as their some reform, perhaps. Even they just allowed women to drive now in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, besides all all the thousands and thousands of fellow Muslims the Iranians have murdered. Think of all the U.S. Military they murdered. Thousands of them, too. So it's ridiculous. It's so hypocritical, all right? Hey, where can people find you?
They can go to my website, IsraelAlliance.org. That's Israel, IsraelAlliance, IsraelAlliance.org. Or they can send me an email at Rabbi Moshe, Moshe, at IsraelAlliance.org. Or, of course, they can reach me through the station.
Now, as a brilliant world traveler, I think you'll understand this. You know, I never knew I was smart until a liberal called me stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild, when are you doing stand-up again?
December 9th, I will be.
Right.
But by the way, I was in Florida, not that long ago, and I was there. They were in the middle of the election, and, someone said to me, look, Moshe, you got to count your blessings. I said, well, here in Florida, we got to recount the blessings.
Oh! From downtown, almost downtown Jerusalem, Rabbi Moshe Rothschild. Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom,
Right,
Rabbi.
have a good day,
How do you
folks.
unite the
Shabbat
kids?
Shalom.
How do you unite the
And
kids?
by the way, Dave, it's Hanukkah on Sunday night.
Okay, all
Didn't
right.
mention
Thanks.
that.
Thanks for reminding me.
Happy Hanukkah, and also to our listeners, you should know that Hanukkah is mentioned in the book of John that Jesus has actually celebrated Hanukkah.
How about
so
that?
It's an important holiday. So we'll talk about that maybe next Friday. We'll be right in the middle of the holiday.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay, all the best, guys.
Shabbat
Take
Shalom.
care.
Bye.
Shabbat Shalom.
So did anyone not know that Jesus celebrated Hanukkah?
I knew.
Yeah, I mean, I think most Christians know that even the Last Supper was the first Passover Seder, wasn't it? Friday night?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, did you know that, honey? Because
I did.
You've told me that you're a Christian.
That's correct.
Okay.
Thanks
so
for
you
listening.
didn't know that, though.
Thanks for listening.
I listened to you once. Yeah. Silenced you for a while when I proposed, but that hasn't lasted, obviously. You know what she did? I overheard her talking to the gal that cleans her house, Peggy.
Yeah.
And, they're gabbing. She doesn't clean the house anymore. She just gabs with Lisa.
That's not right.
And then it is. When I wanted to put something in the smoker and I found out that it wasn't clean because you had, it was too cold for Peggy to do it.
And there were other things to do, like clean up after your birthday party stuff.
No, come on. Priorities. That can always get done.
We worked a lot.
All right. I can't talk about this all day.
All right.
But what I overheard was that they were going to get me a veil.
Oh, man.
And I guess, maybe I should be in mourning for my, for my soul. So it's going to be a black veil. And then I found out that some of the kids actually want to come to this island with us and do this with us. Mm-hmm. So
Pretty
that
cool,
should be interesting too. Anyways, I'm back on the show. We got to take a break.
You get too worried about your soul. Just 5 minutes, we can change all that.
Yeah, well, it goes both ways. Except we no longer use the rusty knife. So don't worry about it. We'll fix you up with a good surgeon, a good rabbi, maybe even Moshe. All right. He's going to need a microscope, though.
Are we having a contest of any kind today?
No, we're not going to do that.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
I think we're going to lay off the contest today because I don't want that to get in the way of what's coming up. And that's Laura Loomer. And, she's going to come on in about an hour and 20 minutes. And we're going to take a break right now. But till that time and all in between, call the show. 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community born, community raised, community serving.
Price Chopper in Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area. With a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe, you can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room, located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper in Rolla.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for, from beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Black Friday shouldn't be just a one-day sale. It should be all month long. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, and our Black Friday sales event is all month long, with thousands in rebates on all new Ram trucks, Chrysler Pacifica, Dodge Journeys, and our full lineup of Jeeps. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees either. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. Don't be fooled by those one-day sales. Check out Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located on South 63, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
From apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech. More than just computer repair. We'll fix your laptop, your desktop, and so much more. On site or mobile, from apples to Xboxes, we fix it all. Call us today, A1 Tech.
Call A1 Tech right now at 573-458-9175.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, unless they see it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic, and it's self-evident.
So did you catch that? What she says is you start out with something that's a lie, and you throw it out there, and then the press picks up on it, and they write stories about it, and you say, see, it's written in the press, so it must be true. This is exactly what they did with Trump. They demonized him. It was all fake about the Russia collusion. This is what they did with Kavanaugh. It was all fake about these women coming and saying that he did these things.
And for those of you in Branson, the first woman that was talking was Nancy Pelosi.
Yep.
I don't understand. She just admitted, forget the lying. It's the ruining of people, the lying about people, the destruction of their reputation, the destruction of their lives, their livelihoods, their families, Judge Kavanaugh. And then she goes around talking about this like it's something you put on your you put on your clam chowder. It's crackers. Just throw it on there, and it's no big deal. It's a big deal. This is the criminality of our government. This is what they do. And they all come out of there rich. They're also jealous of Donald Trump. But they all get rich there somehow, don't they? Maxine Waters, how did she get her money? Nancy Pelosi, been there forever. Hundreds of millions of dollars. Barack Obama, almost a billionaire now. What did he have before? Hell, the son of a gun wasn't getting anything. He was a community guy. Incredible. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, this is Chris, and I'm calling from Salem.
Hi, Chris.
I want to say, are you picking me up okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, I once heard a lawyer say that if you can't come up with any evidence, then attack their character.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. If it isn't a lie, if it isn't a smear, if it isn't a lie that you know to be a lie.
Right.
Otherwise, it's a crime.
Right. And that's a shame that can be done in today's society. And people pick on it and run, just like the young lady said earlier. When it's in the press, they assume it's true.
Exactly. And the press, at least the press nowadays, and probably in days back, years, decades ago, they were also complicit in the lie. They knew it was a lie when they published it.
Right.
And it goes back, and some judge sees it, and, well, it must be true because it's in the press.
That's right.
And the average person sees it, well, you see it enough times, well, that guy must have slept with all those women, that Kavanaugh guy. You see? You see how that works?
Media mind control.
It's evil. It's evil.
And that's good that
your First Amendment right stops when you are able to smear me with a known lie that affects my job, my relationships, my children, and my soon-to-be wife.
Amen, brother. You got that right.
How did I do there? That was a pretty good one right there, wasn't it?
Nice.
It was awesome. I was there earlier, and I just want to say I think it's awesome, and you really do a lot with your show and the community, and it's just, you're doing a good thing, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Chris, and you have a great weekend, my friend. All right?
All you guys at K-Kid do.
Hey, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're back on the show. You want to call the show and be a star like Chris, call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. All right, we're back on the show, and you got anything Sicilian for me anymore? Oh, yeah, all righty.
What do you think?
I'm in a Sicilian kind of mood right now. I'm a little ticked off.
I see.
Pelosi and all,
Right.
Those without foresight are the first to get blindsided. Those without foresight are the first to get blindsided. Blindside somebody if we don't fix that thing. What the hell's going on with that, huh? All right. Well, that was a Sicilian moment. Kind of blindsided me, anyways. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
That Sicilian moment. Forget about it.
Hey, Brian.
This is Brian, right?
Yes, it is.
Well, just don't tell any more jokes like you told last week, all right?
Okay. All right. Well, I do want to point out something that I heard yesterday on a different station. This, the migrant so-called caravan down there at the border is full of all kinds of diseases, AIDS, hepatitis, tuberculosis. That ain't safe to let in here. Sorry.
I visited Ellis Island with Lisa Strasser, and I wanted to see if I could find any of my relatives came over from Russia, and I found one. But I took the tour of it, and you saw all these like hospital rooms where they held these people at Ellis Island, all right, to go through immigration, and they treated them all the diseases that they were bringing from Europe there. In fact, even in the Godfather, you see the Godfather getting stuck at Ellis Island, and he's got a case of tuberculosis, I think, and they cure him there.
The other thing I'd like to point out too is that they're saying how awful it is that Trump's administration people have used tear gas on these immigrants or these migrants or whatever you want to call them.
Yeah,
invaders. Okay, that's actually pretty much normal procedure. President Obama, if you can call him a president, he used, I believe I heard, that his people used tear gas 80 times during his presidency. That's 10 times a year.
Yeah, you're a little early for the show because that's going to be on the show. And we're going to talk about that. And yes, he used it at least 100 times.
Oh,
and you didn't hear a peep out of the mainstream media, did you? Not a word.
No,
Not a
that's
syllable.
the thing. I think what we need to do as conservatives, we need to get proof. I don't know if somebody would have this recorded as a news clip or something in the different times and assemble it into a YouTube video and stick that all over YouTube and blast it all over Twitter. And if us conservatives that have internet access and stuff would get to work on doing that kind of stuff, I think we could push back pretty good against this liberal agenda.
Well, you know what? That's going on right now. And my live guest today, Laura Loomer, who, do you know what she did yesterday?
Oh, boy. Whatever it was, I bet it was good. Go ahead.
Holy cow, was it? You know, she's been banned forever by Twitter. They did it the day before Thanksgiving so it wouldn't get on the news that weekend, the whole Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah, I remember that.
So yesterday, she got a little bit of revenge. She locked herself to the door of the Twitter building in New York City. And from there, live broadcast the things that she was banned for versus what other people said on Twitter, using exact quotes in the middle of New York with the cops and everyone else standing around. And it was live cast on Twitter. She became the #1 Twitter trending object for 8 hours. She took over Twitter yesterday, having been banned 8 days before, and I call this Hanukkah. That's what I call it.
Well, I'm glad she did. I'm glad she has the guts to stand up against stuff like that. I'll say, though, I think that probably hurts Twitter far worse than if they just keep their stupid little mouth shut and let her have her channel and let her do her own thing. But now they have to make a big stink about it.
To your point, though, this is political. They don't care that much about money. You'll get banned by YouTube just as easily as anyone else. Ask Dennis Prager about it. He's banned. He's a conservative Jewish guy, and he doesn't write controversial stuff. All right, but he's banned on YouTube. Okay, it happens. It's happening on Facebook. I've seen I'm pretty sure I'm going to get nailed one of these days. Michelle Malkin is all over it. Tucker Carlson. Some of the people are starting to drop out of Twitter. And we're going to talk with Laura Loomer about what we can do about this, where we should go. Okay, my friend, I got to go. I'm going to be interviewing somebody very, very soon, and we're going to take a break. How's that?
Thank you
see you later.
Thank you for the bread, Brian.
Yes,
it was delicious.
We ate the bread.
I'll bet it was.
And we're alive to talk about it. It was very good, by the way. Broke my diet. We're going to forget about it, all right?
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. You know?
All right, Brian.
All right, thanks, Brian. All right, we're going to be right back. Don't touch the dial. Call 573-364-4433 to get it off your chest.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel and Henry Company. Daniel and Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel and Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
At Premier Title Group, we realize that one of the most important decisions in your life is when you purchase or sell your property. We strive to treat each customer like they are part of our family. At Premier Title Group, we offer quick yet very accurate title searches and will close your real estate transaction in a timely manner. With unmatched customer service, you'll find that we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction, serving Phelps and its surrounding counties. Remember, when it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. Choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
If it's dependability for the road ahead you need, then head to Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla for a new 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Right now, receive $11,000 in total value on a new 2018 Silverado LT All-Star. That's over 20% below MSRP. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, 100 Fairgrounds Road for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
The press is calling border security's use of tear gas unprecedented and even a war crime. But what if I told you Obama used tear gas at the border almost 100 times? Way more than Trump. I'm Anders Hagstrom, and these are the facts. First of all, peaceful protesters don't, quote, overpower Mexican police lines. This was clearly a riot of hundreds of angry migrants, and border agents were well within their authority to use tear gas. And to those pointing out that some children got tear gassed as well, there's an easy solution to that, pointed out by the Washington Examiner. Don't bring your kids to a border riot. Simply put, this situation is not unprecedented, and neither is the border security's use of non-lethal chemicals as a deterrent.
KKID Salem Rolla.
I love that. I directed that spot.
Yeah.
I actually held my finger up and pointed just before he said that. Because usually he's doing that to me, you know.
That's right. Which finger, depends on.
It depends on which finger, right? You're not the only one that can point that. All right, so we're back on the show. And isn't it funny how some shows, everything falls into place? We were just talking about that. Brian brought it up that, Obama did this too. The gassing and all that stuff. They didn't hear a peep. Let's hit the second, or the first, I think it's the first extra.
Anders?
Yeah. Go ahead, hit the first extra.
On November 25th, 2013, under President Obama, virtually the same thing happened. More than 100 migrants stormed the U.S. border and security shot at them with pepper spray balls. But rather than cries of it being an unprecedented war crime, no major news outlet even mentioned it. And Obama gave a speech praising his own immigration policies on the very day it happened.
A path that includes passing a background check and learning English and paying taxes and a penalty and getting in line behind it. Everyone trying to come here the right way.
All that happened Sunday was border agents executing the laws of the United States and protecting the border.
People are pouring across our borders, and if you don't have borders, you don't have a country.
Yeah, but that's Donald Trump talking. It's evil under him. It's evil.
Racist.
How dare him? How dare him? He's got to resign. I mean, are you hearing the press these days with the Mueller thing? With Michael Cohen now pleading guilty to something that he lied about to Congress that really has nothing to do with Russian collusion.
He's trying to reduce his sentence.
Here's the thing. Here's what Mueller did purposely. This is what they did purposely. This happened on purpose because they knew the president was on his way out of town to Buenos Aires to carry on the duties of being the president of the United States and negotiating trade deals all over the world. All right, he is interfering now with the president's job.
Yep.
Okay, there was no reason to do that other than to try to screw with him. And to screw with the American people even worse.
Exactly.
All right, we'll talk about that later, too, because I'm getting a little upset. We're going to have Cheryl Chumley up very soon, but before I forget, because sometimes I forget, I get so involved, and I mean to do stuff, and I don't get it done. So I'm going to do it right now.
All right.
By the way, just heard a commercial from Premier Title. That's Jennifer and Jason Smith, and I'm going to do a deal there today.
All right.
So I'd advise you guys to do a deal there today. They're great sponsors of the show, and we're going to see if that thing works today. So
all right,
it's a deal that's been 10 years in the making. So we'll see. Anyways, I want to thank Tex down there, who every single show he notifies the world via Twitter. Tex does Geary, as he calls himself, down there in Texas. When the show opens, immediately I see a text come on from this guy. Someday I'm going to not only do I owe him a beer, I probably owe him a 6-pack.
There you go.
You know, and I'd be glad to do it.
Lone Star beer, I'd say.
It's not going to be expensive
Get
stuff.
her done.
But, you know, what the hell. But anyways, I also got to thank, I don't have to, but I want to. Candace and Kevin, old friends. Stoney from Rolla.
Stoney
Gary Carroll, Eve. And Liz, I don't know if you know who you are, but Tracy Belamonte from New York City, who is a media goddess up there, who, her and Deanna Lorraine, I fixed them up kind of.
Yep.
And now Deanna and her switch off doing each other's shows. How's that?
Is she one of the Better View? Is that one of the
something
girls?
like that, yeah.
A whole lot better view than...
And there's a Cutie Pie, and Mike and Kathy Dillon and Karen and Joan. But Joan, you know, she's texting Stan about something she's upset about, and she won't call the show. I don't understand this.
Oh, she posted it on Facebook, but she said she's thinking about calling in.
Oh, yeah.
That might be her right here.
Yeah,
you never know.
Yeah, think about it. Well, come on, think about it. Well, hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
No, I'm not Joan. It's Ron from Davis.
All right, well, you sounded a lot like her.
Oh, thanks, Dave.
What's going on, Ron?
I was reading on Reddit, and there was a doctor without borders that was posting on there, and he was down, medicating all them with the tuberculosis and all that. You know, he just made it sound like it is awful down there.
Yeah.
It's just terrible.
Yeah. Well.
And people's wanting to let all that into our country. I don't want that.
Yeah, you finally got a president who's standing up to this. And it's ridiculous. It's an invasion of this country, and it's a power play by the Democrats because they need their base. They got a hole in their foundation,
Okay,
Yes, they do.
The blacks and Latinos are walking away from them. They figured it out. Many of them, and I think more and more.
You heard about the woman that left her kids on the ground, climbed up on the wall, and fell off into the wire, the razor wire?
No.
Yeah, rebar went through her buttock.
Goodness.
Yeah, they put that on there. They found out her name.
What's it? What is
Eileen Dover.
Oh, my God. You know.
I know.
How do you know from funny?
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That was pretty funny.
But it was, that could have been true, I mean, anything that could have been true has a chance to be funny. He just hung up.
All right, get out of here, you big dummy.
Yeah, did you hang up on him? Or did he hang
No,
up?
he hung up.
Yeah, probably. He was probably mad.
He's
probably
hilarious.
figuring I was going to yell at him or something. We got Jim Louie coming from downtown last week with a pretty funny joke. I forgot what it was, but
yeah.
Oh, wait. Gary's got something here. Dave Weinbaum Show. Lone Star or Shiner?
Yeah, Lone Star beer. That's what I was saying. That's right. Yeah.
Or whatever you have on hand. You're getting the cheap stuff, buddy. That's all there is to it. But I give you a lot of it, so what the hell? It's not a bad deal. All right, we're back on the show, and guess what we're going to do right now? I think it's time to talk to Cheryl Chumley at the Washington Times, and Cheryl is also involved with the Laura Loomer deal. She's got a big position with the Washington. She's an online editor of the Washington Times.
Yeah.
She took Monica Crowley's place. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
And she's been a star of the Dave Weinbaum Show for
awesome.
This is 3.5 years or so. Yeah. All right. Yeah, 3.5 years. So hit it, please. Ladies and gentlemen, the online editor to the Washington Times, writer, speaker, and the best political analyst in the world, media goddess to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Cheryl Chumley. Hi, Cheryl. How are you?
Hey, Dave. That's a lot to live up to.
I know. I got to find a song for you. I've got a song for everybody else. Jesse, we got to find a song for Cheryl, all right? Come on. What's wrong with this picture? Hey, first of all, thank you for your column about the hypocrisy of Twitter and featuring fellow Weinbaum Show star Laura Loomer. Why do you see this as a problem?
Well, unlike other conservatives who have been calling for government regulation of Twitter and Facebook and so forth, I've been a little bit hesitant because I don't like the idea of conservatives making that argument that we need government regulation. But at the same time, Twitter, Facebook, all these social media sites have become so ingrained in society. They're part of the public platform. They're expected now, and they're also big money makers for some who post to their site. So it's concerning when conservative ideas are shuttered, but, the far left, people like Louis Farrakhan, Nation of Islam leader, is allowed to go forth and say what he wants on Twitter.
Let me bring something else into the conversation. We seem to have a anti-Semitic strain to this as well, anti-conservative, pro-Sharia. You mentioned Louis Farrakhan, pro-FGM, female genital mutilation. Yeah.
Yes.
Anti-woman. Rumor has it, and I confirmed it I confirmed what I saw on Google, that Saudi billionaire Alaweed is the biggest owner of Twitter stock. Is he controlling this, or Jack Dorsey?
Well, I don't know myself, but that would certainly explain a lot, wouldn't it? There's some reason behind the scenes that certain people are censored, certain voices are stifled in the name of hate speech or being offensive, where certain others that are definitely offensive by any stretch of the imagination are allowed to go forth. So there has to be something going on behind the scenes, and this is definitely something that needs to be looked at.
If this is the case, I think it would take one phone call to solve this problem, from President Trump to Prince Solomon, to call Alaweed, his dog, off. And I think Trump is owed a lot of favors because of the Khashoggi deal. What do you think?
Yeah, I think actually that if this administration, if all bears true, as we're discussing right now, I think it's Donald Trump who is in the best position to put a stop to this censorship. I think if it goes outside of his administration or we delay on it and it goes to the next administration, a Democrat say, it's not going to be done. This is going to be how it is. So you're right. Trump is in a great position in order to exert some influence here.
Hey, after so you'll call the president on his plane after this, right, Cheryl? Hey, switching. That sort of got you speechless there for a minute. Hey, after Cohen's mea culpa in court today, what's Mueller's end game? I mean, what does he even have to do with this business deal when he wasn't the president yet?
Michael Cohen?
Yeah. I mean, what's going on with Mueller? I mean, it sounds like they don't have much.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have been, how long have we been discussing the Mueller investigation now? And it hasn't advanced any since we first started discussing it.
17 months.
It baffles that now the focus is on Michael Cohen and the fact that Donald Trump was trying to build a Trump Tower type structure over in Russia, which I guess was public knowledge. And now Mueller is going after Michael Cohen for lying about a 20-minute phone conversation tied to that construction project that was already known. It keeps getting farther and farther down the rabbit hole, leading nowhere. And really, this investigation needs to wrap.
Yeah, you got that. But I think the Democrats are going to keep this alive until 2020, in my opinion. They're going to try to anyways. You think?
Well, it certainly would be a good election linchpin for them.
Yeah. And on the other end, if this thing ends, Trump is free via the Senate to go after the real conspirators of the election, and that would be the Democrats.
Yeah, I think this is really something that the media tried hard to skew. Mm-hmm. If you were paying attention election night and even in the weeks in the lead up to the election, the media was trying to make clear that the Senate was going to fall to Democratic hands, and how wrong they are once again, right, Dave?
Oh, what a surprise. What a surprise, especially for you who called Donald Trump the winner about a couple months before I did, actually. So, I mean, you were just, and that was in 2015, wasn't it? As soon as, as soon as he said he was going to run, you picked him.
Well, it was my one predictive win, I guess.
No. Don't beat yourself up on air. No, that's wrong. Chris Cuomo thinks Christmas is about open borders. We have to open those borders for Christmas. What do you think?
Oh, for crying out loud! I read his comments, CNN's notable Chris Cuomo, and the latest is that he's basically trying to shame and guilt Christians at this Christmas season into thinking that, if you believe in Jesus, if you're celebrating Christmas, then you must open the borders to these migrants in this caravan, because after all, it's one and the same thing, the birth of Jesus and the migrants who are trying to stormtroop across America's borders. It's ridiculous. And, I don't think any Christian is out there buying into it, but at the same time, he's got to be called out, because this is above and beyond an open borders argument.
Cheryl, where can people find you?
Washington Times or CherylChumley.com, Dave.
Hey, Cheryl, my doctor auditioned to fix my broken arm. Yeah, but he didn't make the cast. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheryl Chumley, and suffering through another bad Dave Weinbaum joke. Thank you so much, Cheryl, for being on the Dave Weinbaum Show with your great intellect.
Always an honor.
More intellect than this show sees in months. Believe me. Thank you, Cheryl. You have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye. You guys stop groaning yet? Stop it. A joke that's a groaner is not a bad joke necessarily.
Are you sure? Am
I wrong?
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because it gets a reaction. You want a reaction from it. It's when they sit there like morons.
That's one of those time jokes.
Who aren't paying attention to what the hell's going on. Not pointing out any names, darling, but...
Hey. That's not
called
necessary.
Stan darling.
I hope not.
Misspoke.
I hope not.
Oh, God. We were sitting there talking to her about not paying attention. She says, what are you guys talking about? And she wasn't acting, okay? Oh, my God. She's looking at recipes. She was looking at pictures of Elvis on there. Am I wrong?
No, it was Graceland.
Yeah.
Joe Alexander went to Graceland.
Now we're back on the show, and I think, quite frankly, we got to take another break, don't we? Would you? Now, what are you doing? Are you starting to wander too? You want a piece of me? Oh my God, what's going on with this? This is a revolt. All right, so don't forget at 11 o'clock, at least right now. You never know for sure. She might be in jail.
Well, that's true.
It could be, and God knows she might not have a cell phone.
Well, that's true too.
Get it? Cell phone jail. Oh,
yeah.
You guys are so slow. Oh, my God. I just hope she's okay, really.
Yeah, me too.
Very concerning about what could have happened to her,
Right.
When you lock yourself to something, it's kind of hard to escape.
And throw the key away.
Yeah, exactly.
That's making a commitment there.
Yeah, well, it worked, thank goodness. But my advice is to step lightly on things like that. But it worked this time, and I'm
well, she needed to make a statement, and she did.
Look, here it is. She has this thing happen to her on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. 8 days later, she turns on one of the biggest companies in the world, and not only embarrasses them, but dominates their trends, being banned on it even. Mm-hmm. Everybody was broadcasting her live about how ridiculous Twitter is.
Right.
And they dropped some 13-year-old kid, C.J. Pearson. He's kind of a famous guy.
Right.
He's a black kid, too, and he's out there talking about conservative stuff. And he praised Laura Loomer. All of a sudden, they cut him down.
Yep.
And there was a huge uproar over that, and they restored him right away. Right. These are quivering cowards, is what they are. This is top management of Twitter. Right. And I'm sure they're going to get me one of these days, and I'll figure it out. Yeah. I wasn't always on Twitter. I somehow can have a life without it. And we're going to talk about that very soon. But I'm going to tell you something about this 8-day turnaround. It is exactly almost biblical in that this is the holiday of Hanukkah.
Right.
Remember when one light kept lit for 8 days?
Right.
Until they could find fuel for the temple, for the light in the temple?
Mm-hmm.
That's the story of Hanukkah. And this is a Jewish woman wearing a yellow Jewish star in front of Twitter.
Right.
Wow. Okay. The symbol, I got to write a column. I kind of retired as a column writer, but I think I got to write a column.
Well, yeah, Jewish World Review would love to have it, I'm sure.
I'd make my
you were talking about
return.
What would I do, what would happen if it happened to you? Well, you're in 50 states and 96 countries. Yeah. I think some people will probably get a little pissed.
Oh, sure. They're getting a little. Some got pissed at her.
Yeah.
Did everybody love Jesus?
No.
That's
right.
No. All right. Did everybody love Moses?
No.
Okay. No. Does everybody love God? There's a lot of people out there that don't love God. They hate him.
They don't love the right
God. They don't believe in him or whatever. Okay.
Right.
It is what it is, and we're always going to have to deal with that on a human level.
Right.
Okay. But not to fight back, I think, is a mistake. How you fight back is another story. All right, we're going to be right back. Don't touch the dial. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse. Matt's Steakhouse has banquet facilities for all of your event needs, from small office parties to large wedding receptions and everything in between. Matt's Steakhouse, open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Saturday. Located on the Dillon Outer Road in Rolla, just east of exit 189. Call Matt's Steakhouse at 364-1220 to book your next event. For the best in steaks, wine, and great conversation, visit Matt's Steakhouse.
Black Friday shouldn't be just a one-day sale. It should be all month long. Hi, I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, and our Black Friday sales event is all month long, with thousands in rebates on all new Ram trucks, Chrysler Pacifica, Dodge Journeys, and our full lineup of Jeeps. You won't have to play 20 questions to look at our vehicles, and you won't have to worry about hidden fees either. We're your hometown dealer, and we'll do our absolute best to treat you right. Don't be fooled by those one-day sales. Check out Taylor Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, located on South 63, or online at TaylorChryslerRolla.com.
Whether you're planning a small family get-together or a large company gathering for the holidays, Lucas Wine & Spirits has what you need, plus great gift ideas, too, at Lucas Wine & Spirits Superstore, 15678 Manchester Road, where the smart people shop.
And now you can shop online at lucasliquorstl.com. With a superstore inventory, Lucas Wine & Spirits is sure to have just what you're looking for, from beer, wine, and all your spirits. Lucas Liquor in Ellisville on Manchester.
Warning, this is Microsoft. Your computer has been hacked, and you need to call the number displayed immediately.
Warning, do not call that number. This is a scam. Call A1 Tech of Rolla, LLC at 573-458-9175. If you have given these people access to your computer, or worse, your money, your computer is now compromised. A1 Tech is available both mobile and on-site to take care of all your tech needs, and was recently voted the best computer repair service in Phelps County. Call 573-458-9175.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
And so we're getting information from Paul Manafort. We're getting information perhaps from Corsi. We're already getting information from Gates, from Cohen, from Phil. That's an awful lot of people tied to the president providing evidence.
It is, and I think the report is going to be devastating to the president. And I know that the president's team is already working on a response to the report. And so at some point, when the report's made public, and that's a very hard question considering the new Attorney General, who has the authority to decide when and under what circumstance to make it public, it will be made public probably with a response alongside. The president will say, look, it's political. There's their account and there's our account. And then the American public will have to judge the credibility.
For you to say it's devastating is really something.
Yeah, well, that was, what's that guy's name?
Alan
George
Stephanopoulos
and Alan Dershowitz, yes. And Alan Dershowitz is a very, very smart guy. After all, he's written columns right beside mine.
He's a Democrat.
I know. He's a liberal Democrat, but he's also Jewish, and he's an Israeli supporter. I don't know how you support Israel and be a liberal and a part of the Democratic Party in this day and age.
I don't know that.
I don't get it, all right? So, anyways, we're going to be talking to Laura Loomer very soon. We're probably going to have another interview in between, but I want to talk a little bit about this was a story yesterday, and one person wanted me to talk about it, and I think it was it might have been Tex out of Texas. CNN's pundit Mark Lamont Hill. He's a big socialist. He's a black guy, and he used to be on the O'Reilly Factor as a counterpoint. All right, and somehow I guess they got into it, and O'Reilly got rid of him. And this guy calls for the destruction of Israel, praises the murder of 2 Jewish students by a Muslim terrorist, and then praises Louis Farrakhan. And there's a big uproar about this, right? Well, guess what the result was? CNN finally did something right. They fired his sorry arse. Thank you, CNN. Now take care of a few other people. Won't mention any names. Jim Acosta. Okay.
Jim Acosta.
Jim Acosta.
Yo,
Jim.
Guess what? Guess what's coming up? No gender-specific toys. This is a big deal. You don't want people to know they're a boy or a girl anymore. You know what I think?
Right.
I'm in the restaurant business. That's one less question they have to ask at the drive-thru. It's faster service. Give them the same toy. That's fine with me.
Heck yeah.
I don't care, I wonder if they can be like toy guns. I don't think so anymore. Do you?
I don't think so.
Not in this day and age.
No more water pistols, huh?
Yeah, no more water pistols, right. And about the Mueller thing, the Mueller thing. Can we get a little Mueller music here?
Yeah.
I'll talk while you're looking.
I don't know if I have it anymore.
You don't have it anymore?
I'm just kidding.
What the hell's that? Anyways, play it when you're ready, and I'm going to talk. This is, like I said, this is one big cover-up by
Mueller.
Would you quit interrupting me, damn it? Anyways, what's wrong with you? You want a piece of me? Anyways, that's Mueller is now. This is a 17-month-old investigation, I believe, and we're not getting any crimes out of this thing. And the worst part about it is he's torturing people who dare work for Trump. This is all about being a Republican who's in favor of Trump. He's punishing these people on unrelated crimes. No evidence of the Trump campaign doing anything remotely illegal. So what is Mueller, Rosenstein, Congressional Dems, Obama, Lynch, McCabe, Strzok, Page, Yates, Comey, Holder? What are they covering up? I'll tell you what, and this is some speculation, but not all. Uranium One. The payouts that were involved in the Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton Foundation, where all of a sudden they got $150 million. What did these guys get? And this is for selling 20% of our uranium. It happened right then. The contributions weren't there before, and the contributions weren't there after. The time is right then. And Mueller, what was his job? He was the head of the FBI. No investigation there. And who was second in command? Jim Comey. Who was also there? McCabe, Strzok. All these people were there. I just want to know what the payouts were. You should be able to look like... I like to see what the golfers earn on the PGA. The Professional Golf Association. I like to see what they win, like money-wise, each week, each tournament. And you can look on the leaderboard and find that out after the tournament. There ought to be a leaderboard of people who got paid off by the Uranium One thing and where they stood then on trying to overthrow the election of this president, and once in office, overthrow his government and him. We're talking traitor. When are these people going to be tried for traitor? And if anything, a person like Laura Loomer does, she inspires people not to shut up, right? Not to sit and hide. We all have that instinct in us that says, well, I guess if we say something, it's going to really hurt us. It could really hurt us. I have that instinct. Probably less than some. But, but some. And I don't think Laura Loomer thinks like that. She thinks this is the truth and this is right. And I haven't found anything she's said to be wrong. I look at this with sort of a skeptical eye.
You have to.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a friend of hers. And I like to think I can, give her some advice. All right? I wasn't there for her on this. I thought it was a mistake. I don't think it was a mistake now. I think it was a risk, there's no doubt. But anything you do worthwhile has a risk to it. Am I wrong?
You're right.
All right. Okay, we're right now going to take a commercial, and then I think we'll do... let's do... How about Deanna Lorraine? All right, why don't we take a commercial? This is the Dave Weinbaum Show. Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest.
The Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area. And they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Why settle for the forecast when you can control it? Hartley's Climate Control is your locally owned heating, air conditioning, plus so much more company. Hartley's offers residential and commercial sales, service, and installation in the areas of heating and cooling, hearth and home, handyman services, and more to the Rolla, St. James, and surrounding areas. Call 573-368-3163 or visit them online at www.hartleyscc.com. Hartley's Climate Control, community-born, community-raised, community serving.
When it comes to title insurance, you have a choice. With over 37 years of combined experience in the title insurance industry, the staff at Premier Title Group is ready to help you with all your real estate transactions in Phelps, Crawford, Dent, Marys, Pulaski, and Texas counties. With unmatched customer service and one of the friendliest staffs in the area, you will find that at Premier Title Group, we truly live up to our motto, providing you with a premier experience during your real estate transaction. Tell your realtor and lender that you choose Premier Title Group. May God bless our troops and our emergency responders.
Price Chopper and Rolla for the best quality products and the freshest produce in the area with a full-service deli, bakery, and butcher cafe. You can feed the whole family with ease. Cold cuts to sushi, barbecue, and a huge salad bar. Kick back and relax and enjoy your lunch in our dining room located in Forum Plaza on Forum Drive in Rolla. Don't forget to sign up for a rewards program and save money on groceries today. For orders and catering, give them a call today at 573-364-1771. Open 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. Price Chopper and Rolla.
When it comes to making travel plans, Trips and More Travel Agency of Rolla has skilled agents to help you plan that perfect getaway. With over 27 years of combined experience, the agents are dedicated to providing you the highest quality of customer service, specializing in custom travel, family vacation, and destination weddings. Trips and More can make your vacation unique and fun. Stop in today at 116 West 8th Street in Rolla or call 341-3300. That's 341-3300.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
You wrote this piece that I thought was really compelling about Alex Jones, and you said, look, I don't agree with Alex Jones's views, but that's not the point. The point, as you articulated, was if you can silence this guy because you don't like what he says, why can't they silence you or me?
That is the point, Tucker, and they're coming for you and me next.
Well, Kelly turned out to be right. Just this past Sunday, yesterday, Twitter shut down his account, and they did not explain why. Tonight, we're trying to find out what happened. Jesse Kelly joins us live. Jesse, thanks a lot for coming on. You knew this was coming. You presciently predicted it. Why did Twitter take you off its platform?
Nobody knows. Twitter kicked me off the platform because I was a mainstream voice on the right that spoke the truth, Tucker, and that's all anybody knows.
Okay, we're back on the show. After Stan had to slam his hand down, I hope you didn't break the control board, did you?
No, I didn't hurt
because I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at stuff that the order of things that go, and he's right. I mean, I wasn't. I like to have him, wave, not slam things at me. Maybe we'll give him like a football or something like that and throw it at my head. Anyways, we're back on the show, and we're going to listen right now to the Love Goddess, the matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Deanna Lorraine.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you said Dr. Amy.
Did I?
It don't matter. I got Deanna Lorraine is up now.
Okay, I thought I said Deanna, didn't I?
Yeah, you probably did.
All right, you got it?
I was like her. I wasn't paying attention.
No, you were paying attention. You just confused.
Matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find. Catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me a perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the Or Papa, make him a scholar. Or Mama, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a match of my own.
Ladies and gentlemen, passionate about making love great again, star of TV, radio, blogs, speaker, writer, and conservative woman, and the matchmaker to the Dave Weinbaum Show, the love goddess, Deanna Lorraine. How are you?
Hey, I'm great.
You know,
How are you?
If you ever become a professional wrestler, they can use that kind of a description. It's the love goddess, Deanna Lorraine.
I know.
Hey,
I like it.
Hey, CBS just canceled the remake of Murphy Brown right after the show disgraced itself by showing ICE agents akin to Nazis. Your thoughts?
They showed ICE agents doing what to Nazis?
They were like saying how awful these ICE agents were. They had ICE agents in the show portraying awful people, the government's orders, this kind of stuff. And
well, good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because we need ICE. I like my tea like I like my ice. We need ice in it.
There you go.
This is like, we need to defend enough of this cop shaming and the ICE abolishing nonsense. We need to protect our borders. And anyone that disparages ICE or compares ICE to Nazis or anything like that, shame on them. They should have their show canceled.
Hey, Deanna, you've lost your verified check on Twitter, and you've been shadow banned. Laura Loomer was banned for life by Twitter for real BS. How soon before all conservatives are changed or expelled by social media? In other words, changed in that we silence ourselves. And then how do we fight back?
Well, that's the thing. I can't even get a verified check mark, actually, because they stopped going through, they stopped doing that service where you submit for review for verified checks. And I'm sure that, and they said they've stopped this since, February. And they said, we'll let you know when we come up with a new system for verification, which, of course, is going to be BS. So it's a bummer because I can't seem to get that verified check mark. Even though I have all the qualities of it. But I think, sadly, we are starting to police ourselves now. There are so many times now where I'm about to post something, and it's not even controversial. It will just say something related to ICE, or it will say something related to hypocrisy of the Democrats. And I'm now starting to actually edit it or not even risk posting it because I think, I certainly don't want my account permanently banned like Laura Loomer's is.
Right.
And so we're starting to thought police ourselves. And that is just the tragedy of this all. This is no longer free speech. Free speech truly is dead. Free thought is even dead.
I think we need to fight back. I've checked the legality of it thus far without any special laws from Congress. It doesn't look all that good, but I think there are other ways to fight back.
I don't know what to think, but we need to, because this is crazy. It can't continue like this.
If it continues like that and we let it happen, that's how things get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, has Michael Avenatti sued on your account without permission?
Has he sued on my account?
Yeah. You heard that he's Stormy Daniels is saying, I'm not. Well, see, that's coming off wrong because I'm comparing you to a porn star. I am not doing that. I am not doing that, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing's further from the truth. But you did have an encounter with Michael Avenatti.
I did.
At a bar. And so I'm just asking, has he sued on your account without telling you?
He has not, but he is in a world of trouble right now. It's one thing after another with Michael Avenatti. I'm reveling in it because this is what he gets for putting Trump through such torment over the last year. And I think that Michael Avenatti is just finished. This last blast from Stormy Daniels is pretty demonizing of him.
Creepy porn lawyer. That's what he
does.
Hey,
he's finally living to his name.
Tell us about your huge event coming up in December in D.C.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So I'll be flying out to Washington again next week, and I will be speaking at the American Priority Conference, the first ever American Priority Conference of conservatives and center-right and libertarians, talking about the biggest priorities in America right now and going into 2019. There will be lots of speakers there, from Roger Stone to Pastor Mark Burns, Jack Posobiec, and a whole bunch of other, including myself. And I will be giving my new rendition, my modern-day new rendition of the I Have a Dream speech.
Cool.
You're going to love it. It's going to be uplifting. Yeah. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be epic. And there's going to be, of course, parties and book signings and lots of great festivities all weekend long. So go to AmericanPriority.com to actually check out the full details of the conference and to get tickets before it's too late. You don't want to miss this awesome event. And, of course, you can meet yours truly. Will you be going?
I don't think so. I'm supposed to be at a McDonald's meeting on December the 12th.
A McDonald's meeting?
Yeah, in Nashville. So.
Oh, Nashville.
So I don't think I can make that, but I will miss it. Miss your, as you know, I sort of aided you when you gave a speech in St. Louis.
Yes, you did. You did.
I was your cameraman.
You were a fantastic cameraman.
Well, thank you so much. So how's...
I would say come on down in all caps, but then I just realized that if you say anything in all caps now, apparently professors and teachers at schools are now eliminating all caps so as not to hurt people's feelings and to scare students, if you've heard about that.
Yeah.
We're living in a very sensitive...
Well, I'm going to put this in small caps. Do not stand long behind the podium, because you're a beautiful woman, and people need to see you as well as hear you, I think.
Okay.
All right?
I will take... I like that. I won't hide.
So on that note, how's your social life?
It's been doing great.
Good.
For the most part. I am still waiting and praying that things will happen as far as my love life goes. We never know what twists and turns I will be sent on.
Where can people find you besides in D.C.?
They can find me on all the action really is going to be on my YouTube and on my Twitter, and that is Deanna Lorraine 7. There's Deanna Lorraine 7, and then if they want to get dating and relationship coaching, then they can go to my actual website, my business website, which is DeannaLorraine.com, which has all my coaching and matchmaking programs on there.
A long time ago, I took out a librarian. I was fined for bringing her back late. Ladies and gentlemen, Deanna Lorraine, thank you so much for being the matchmaker on the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Great weekend to you.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. All right. I was standing there like a robot. I said, all right, about 5 times. All right.
Sorry about that.
All right, it's okay. No, you got to feed your...
I was walking in the door, and they said, there's donuts back in the back.
My gosh.
I said,
of course.
Oh, my gosh.
What show?
Okay.
I want a donut.
Yeah, where's ours?
That looks like a fritter.
They're in the back,
Yeah, they're in the back. We're doing the show. I can't go get donuts now, and I don't need them.
You don't need a donut.
Well, you can always say, Stanley, it's time to take a break, don't you?
Well, no, I never have to tell you. When we have a break, you are on break. Okay, I'm still here working. I'm looking for news and stuff like that.
While you're looking.
All right, so...
Starting this year, Toyota and Lexus luxury models will come with Amazon Alexa.
Alexa, turn on the AC.
Turning on AC.
Finally, a virtual assistant to help you navigate.
Alexa, where's the nearest gas station?
Nearest gas station in 1.5 miles.
And to help maintain your vehicle.
Alexa, order more brake pads.
Ordering new brake pads. Although maybe if you didn't stop so close to the car in front of you.
I left plenty of room.
You drive too aggressively.
If you were just quiet for 2 seconds.
She'll talk to you literally the entire time you're driving.
I think you should have turned back there.
I know where I'm going!
Hi. You know why I pulled you over?
No, officer, I have...
Because we were driving 72 miles per hour in a 45 mile per hour zone.
Anything else I should know?
2 miles back, we rolled through a stop sign without coming to a complete stop. Also, there are illegal fireworks in the trunk.
Sir, I'm going to need you to step out of the car, please.
Amazon Alexa. You'll never get away from her.
I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to get one of those. I got Lisa.
Oh, honey, I never talk about anything wrong you do.
Oh, my God.
Ever.
Driving with you is a real adventure, sweetheart.
That sounds like fun.
You know what? if I wasn't asleep half the time, and it's forced sleep when she's driving, I don't think I could live. Her driving is so reckless; it's just incredible.
It's not as scary as yours, though.
Yeah,
Mr. Chicago.
No. My knowledge of driving is real good. Even
it's insane. You drive insane.
Even the cousin to the guy that is friends with the Sicilian will tell you that I'm an excellent driver. I don't know how he'd know, but Sicilians know a lot. Am I wrong? Come on. All right, we're about 15 minutes. We're going to hear from the Luminator, Laura Loomer. And hopefully she's she's not arrested, or she probably was arrested. I don't know. I think they let her out.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been able to follow it much while I'm here. I'm not as talented on stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Bill.
Hello.
In Salem.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, Bill.
In Salem.
In Salem. Hi, what's going on, my man?
Oh, well, I just want to touch on a thing or two. And you shouldn't use a football to throw at them. You should use a hockey puck.
Hey, forget about it. I'm going to send a Sicilian to your house. A hockey puck, that could leave a mark.
Well, didn't you hear about that in Minnesota? One of the colleges, in case there's a shooter,
right.
The colleges have issued hockey pucks to the professors and students to throw.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I just...
What's the name of that school? I got offered a football scholarship from a school in Minnesota.
There was Hockey Puck U.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of the big ones. It just handed out newspaper that they were going to hand out hockey pucks.
This is now Minnesota State College in Moorhead, Minnesota. They actually offered me a football scholarship.
Man,
when I heard that, I was stunned. What the hell do they want me for? Come on.
Man.
I mean, I had a really interesting career in high school as a 154-pound offensive guard, but I didn't see that progressing into a college career. But it was quite an honor. I mean, I'll never forget it, obviously.
Right.
But the hockey pucks, they're giving it to teachers and students.
Yeah.
Well, I want to be a lawyer there.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I guess as long as they don't give it to Blues, they.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Bill.
Anything else?
Thank you, Bill. Hold on, I'm not done talking.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Bill, from Salem.
My!
What I called was about the guy calling about those diseases.
Yeah.
They said that 1/3 of those people are suffering from respiratory disease.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Not uncommon in people that came over from Europe, but they had ways to treat them. They probably have ways to treat them in these when you go in officially. But it takes some time. You know?
I don't know if it's a coincidence. I don't believe it is. But, the CDC says that there's been an increase in polio-type diseases and other diseases.
Well, some of them had chicken pox.
And a lot of these illegals get jobs in the food industry.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
All right, well. It's good to be in Missouri, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, thank you so much.
All righty, have a good
Bill from Salem. Okay, have a great weekend. All right, we got some funny callers, don't we? I mean, they all got a sense of humor.
Yeah,
they all got most of them got a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Some of them have sense of humors that are a little warped.
Well, except that one guy last week. Hello, Laura Loomer on there now.
Yeah.
What a moron.
Yeah, he's probably listening.
I don't care.
Yeah, well, neither do I.
Say, you want a piece of me?
Yeah, oh my goodness.
I can get up there.
You're better than me.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, well, it's tough. All right, so we're back on the show, and another 10 minutes. We got Laura Loomer coming on. I think it would be judicious of us to take a break. What do you think?
I really think we need to do Weinbaum music. I mean, I had a lot of calls off the air that were requesting.
Okay, I suspect that you're lying, but you know what? I have too much ego to actually believe that that's not true. All right, I think
from Weinbaum Records, it's Dave's hits of 2017. Listen to the unique singing style of your favorite radio host, Dave Weinbaum, as he belts out songs like
Snowflake, You know you can't take it. You've got that hateful feeling. Whoa, that hateful feeling.
Or how about this?
As you wish me hell to everyone you could tell that you'd been spying over me, spying over me. Then you spread your views to the mainstream news.
And timeless memories like,
you don't know me. I'm in the federal witness plan. You don't know me. I might be in Afghanistan.
Dave's Hits of 2017 is not sold in any stores. And if you act fast, you can get Dave's favorite insults absolutely free with your order.
You schmuck. Kiss my tuchus. Putz. I hear you tried to donate your brain to science, but they were only taking used ones. I don't take the broom out of your hands when you're trying to do your job. I hear you're 1 foot short of a yard sale. There was a lot of testosterone in my marriage. Too bad none of it was mine. I married a trophy wife, but I couldn't afford to mount her. I had 2 feet of snow on my car, so my wife offered me her broom. I said, thanks, but you're going to have to teach me how to fly it first. Got any complaints? Go to hell and wait.
The perfect way to close out the year. Dave's Hits of 2017.
That's all, folks.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny, you...
So she's got a whole break to ask me a question, and I got the earphones on because you know what? I sing along to the Weinbaum music, and usually they sing along too, and I yell out, everybody. You know who started singing? Mr. the dog.
Mister, yeah, he was howling.
He was into
I
it.
say, I think he was howling.
Well, okay.
In protest.
I'll take it.
I just
what were you going to say?
I have to correct you on something. So it's
oh God, here goes.
Oakland University in Michigan. That's the school that's passing out the hockey pucks. Not Minnesota.
Well,
Didn't he say Minnesota?
Yeah, I think it was him.
Why are you correcting me then?
She's correcting the show.
Wait, no. I'm not responsible for the mistakes that my callers make.
I have an informant here.
That was Bill.
Okay.
From Salem.
Well, I have a text that says it was Michigan.
Okay. All right.
Who's that, JJ or?
No, it's Marty. A guy named Marty.
Oh, gosh. This is my brother, Marty?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Why you... Don't bother me. It's like when I was a kid. Don't bother me.
Oh.
Now, what was that Joan Flatt was talking about with the someone wanting to change the national anthem and the flag?
Yeah.
The national flag?
Yeah, well, what's the point of her not calling us?
I don't know. Joan Flatt?
Yeah, I don't want to relieve it because if we can get a caller out of that, then why not?
364-4433.
Yeah, but you know what we should do right now?
What's that?
I want to play American Woman because in 5 minutes or less, because she called early last time, so I want to be ready for this. I want to play the song that we introduced Laura Loomer on. This is a real special interview. So, Stanley, hit it.
I'm trying to find it here.
Jeez.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, any day now. All right, go.
Stay away from me, American woman. Ready for that? Mama, let me be. Don't come hanging around my door. I don't want to see your face no more. I got more important things to do to spend my time growing old with you. Now, woman, said stay away. American woman, listen what I say.
All right, 5 minutes and counting for Laura, the Illuminator, Lumar. You know, with all these gals, I could start a wrestling team of these.
I don't think so.
These great intellectual women out there.
There's not going to be mud.
And they're tough.
Or bathing suits involved.
I didn't know. Who's saying that?
I know what you're thinking.
Did I say that?
I know what you're thinking.
You don't know what I'm thinking. See, there you go. Here we are, Stan. We're just dumb men that want all just sex. It's just sex. Well, no. Well, maybe it used to be that way, but I'm older now. This is getting this show. Hurry up, Laura. You can call now. All right, get us out of this.
I got no comment. So
okay. So and talking a little bit about Laura on this Messianic Jewish website. Remember Stan Lee, right? He just died a little while back.
Right.
He said. Or this website said that if Stan Lee was alive today and he was making up a symbol of a superwoman, he would have picked Laura Loomer. Isn't that something? I think he's right, too.
Probably right, yeah.
I mean, goodness me. The main thing about her when she got out there was she was lucid in how she explained things. And she was getting a lot of compliments. She was getting a lot of anger. She was getting a lot of, nastiness, a lot of harassing, and she stood her ground, was very calm about it, and explained things and attacked back without having to be physical.
Right.
It was all very, very common sense.
Well, she's got a lot of talent because, with Project Veritas, basically what she'd do is kind of move into a place incognito, get the scoop, but really not really attack people or anything, but she would just kind of let them talk. Yeah. Now she makes them talk.
Well, I'm going to ask her why Twitter really did this, and I have the answer. I just want to see what she says, and I'm pretty sure I know what she'll say. But, why would Twitter? She's making her money.
Yeah.
Okay? She's got 260,000 followers. And she brings in all this attention to Twitter.
Right.
All these people looking at Twitter can look at their ads, can start attaching themselves to other people, start attaching themselves. That's how they make a profit, is activity.
Right.
Okay? So when they kick her off, it means that they don't really give a damn about making money.
Well,
what kind of business is that? You got public stockholders.
Well, their stock took a big hit too.
But the stock didn't take a hit after she started this. The stock took a hit before she started this.
Right.
And some of it, they were saying, was because conservatives are starting to boycott Twitter.
Yes, exactly.
And in fact, Tucker Carlson hasn't tweeted anything since the beginning of November.
Wow.
And he was a big Twitter user.
Yeah, he was.
I know he's big on Facebook, but Facebook also banned her, but for 30 days only.
Right.
And it was combined, So it'll be interesting to see what she says, and it'll be in about a minute or two. Otherwise, I got to call her. So, all right. So, oops, look at the wrong piece of paper there. So this Masonic Jewish site, and she was on a column by Michelle Malkin in the Jewish World Review the other day. Michelle Malkin has really stood up. I met her once. I met her I was at a Catholic dinner, actually.
Really?
My lawyer was a big Catholic and went there as his guest. And it was an anti-abortion, pro-life meeting, and Michelle Malkin was one of the speakers.
Wow.
And I got to talk to her alone. And it was nice and all that until she started talking about politics. And that woman, she was intense.
Yeah.
She was so intense. She was looking right through me. Didn't blink her eyes or anything. I wonder who that is.
KKID, Salem Rolla.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, Dave. It's Laura Loomer. How are you?
Oh, my goodness. You called. I'm good. Well, how are you, Laura?
Well, I'm doing well. It's been pretty chaotic over the last...
We're going to talk... I have to introduce you, okay? I have to introduce you. Ladies and gentlemen, conservative investigative journalist, maybe the bravest person I know, the Lois Lane to the Dave Weinbaum Show, Laura Loomer.
That's our studio audience.
Wow. See, we had to drag an audience here to applaud you. So tell us about what's happening what's happened to you since Thanksgiving Eve.
Well, I was banned, of course, when I was telling you last week. I was permanently banned from Twitter on Thanksgiving Eve, and then on the morning of Thanksgiving, I was banned by Facebook as well. And they permanently banned me, and I had no way of communicating on my largest platform, which was Twitter, of course. I had 265,000 followers. And so I decided to fly to New York and come to the Twitter HQ office, and I protested yesterday, and I handcuffed myself to the door of the Twitter headquarter office, and I had a team of people with me, and we made signs that compared my tweet next to Louis Farrakhan's tweet when he said he wasn't anti-Semite, he was anti-termite.
Yeah.
And I wore a shirt that said "Stop the Bias" on the back of it, but it also had the Jewish yellow star that the Nazis made the Jews wear, because it was a protest not only of censorship by big tech of conservatives on social media, but it was also to emphasize, that history repeats itself, and we're going down this dangerous cycle in which big tech is censoring conservatives and Jews and people who speak out against jihadis and Jew haters, but then they allow for Jew haters and terrorist organizations to have social media. And so
I've seen the reasons that they used to ban you, and it was the tweet. I mean, it was ridiculous. You didn't say anything wrong, and you compared it very expertly to tweets by Farrakhan, Linda Sorcer, and that who were racist, bigoted, hate tweets, and they're still on. Now, why did they? Why did they really ban you? What was the real reason, do you think?
Well, because I'm effective.
There you
I'm
go.
effective because I'm a conservative investigative journalist, and my videos are sensational and viral. And, I would argue that I'm one of the most effective conservative journalists out there. There's a lot of people who just simply talk and they post commentary, but they're not actually doing things to get discussions going or to change policies or to get people to resign or get people to step down. And one of my most recent scalps was Linda Sarsour. The Women's March was not talking about Linda Sarsour's, just vile Jew hatred and her ties to anti-Semites and jihadist organizations and her support of Sharia and how that's completely oppositional to what the Women's March represents, right? Until I forced Alyssa Milano to disavow Linda Sarsour when I confronted her at Politicon. And my video essentially broke the Women's March. I mean, I don't believe they're having their march this year because so many of their key celebrity sponsors dropped out because of the ties to the jihadists and the Jew haters and, Linda Sarsour's hatred. So not only that, but I confronted Michael Avenatti, of course, and I sent him into an epic meltdown, and I exposed him for his hypocrisy and his lies because he became very aggressive on camera and said that he doesn't disrespect women. But then, what was it? Less than a month after I confronted him and got him on camera saying this and calling Brett Kavanaugh a rapist, he was arrested for felony domestic violence. And so a lot of these people who I have confronted are just being exposed. I exposed Andrew Gillum, I exposed Stacey Abrams, Keith Ellison, Ilhan Omar, and because my investigations cause people to have such severe reactions and to take away their endorsements or to step down. Like Keith Ellison had to step down from the DNC, right? I got the first Muslim elected to Congress to step down from the DNC. So, I mean, it's powerful stuff, and I'm a threat to the left, and that's why they ultimately decided to ban me.
And, we've been friends for about 4 or 5 months, and I remember the first time I contacted you, I was busy putting you on my show for what you did with Maxine Waters, where you backed her into an elevator. She was practically running from you. She had already assaulted you. and she had nowhere to go, and her bodyguards kind of prevented you. But you got this on tape. You know, I'm a Trump supporter.
Exactly.
You know, where am I supposed to eat? Do I have to go on the back of the bus? I mean, she couldn't get away from you quicker. That was huge. And while I'm contacting you, telling you I'm putting you in my show, I'm listening to Rush Limbaugh, and all of a sudden he says, and now this from Laura Loomer. He played the same clip on his show. And at least he named you.
And Rush Limbaugh, of course, has supported my work, and he, is very vocal about my investigations. And that's the other thing, is that the mainstream media, of course, they try to dodge me and act like I don't exist, but Rush Limbaugh is much bigger than the mainstream media. And so they realize that regardless of how much they smear me and what they say about me and how much they lie about me, it's just, they're not going to be able to stop me.
So here's what I'm looking at. Wednesday, you get lifetime banned from Twitter. And Thursday, you get 30 days from Facebook. And that's pretty devastating stuff for a person in your business. I mean, you depend on getting your word out, you know? And you've counted on these people thus far. All right? So 8 days later, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you turn Twitter on its head and become trending, the trending, number one trending topic on Twitter, with pages full of you broadcasting live, handcuffed to Twitter's office door in New York City. Okay?
Yeah.
You know what this sounds like to me? 8 days, and all of a sudden the light comes back on. Sounds like Hanukkah. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Happy Hanukkah.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Yeah, no, happy Hanukkah. Of course, Hanukkah's coming up. But
Sunday.
Look, I mean, this is what needed to be done.
Yeah.
This needed to be done in order to raise awareness. And I think it's pretty incredible that not only did Twitter ban me, but I was able, through my protest yesterday, to gain the number one trending spot on Twitter for about 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then I believe it was number one, number two, was bouncing back between number 1, 2, and 3 worldwide yesterday as well. So I was the most talked about subject on social media yesterday.
Other than that,
it wasn't Trump. It wasn't the G20 summit. You know, it wasn't Michael Cohen. Laura Loomer was the most talked about subject, and it was interesting to see how Twitter tried to silence me, but in the end, my voice and my protest was so powerful that it became the number one trending topic on their platform.
And you
right?
other
and that's
than
the
the
message I was trying to send.
Other than the columns written by Cheryl Chumley in the Washington Times and Michelle Malkin in Jewish World Review and whatever paper she's in. And by the way, I was watching Laura Ingraham last night, and she was all over this stuff about Linda Sarsour and the Women's March, and yet I didn't hear your name mentioned, and I was ticked off. And I started a
Michelle
nasty.
Malkin mentioned my name.
Who? Yeah, well, that's
Michelle
when I
Malkin.
stopped. That's when I stopped my nasty tweet that almost went to Laura Ingraham, and it's because I saw Michelle Malkin, and I said, "Well, I'm going to wait. I'm going to see if she's going to say something," and she did. She has stood up for you. Totally, both in writing, and she was writing all over. She was posting all over Twitter. Did you see the 13-year-old little black guy, Pearson, that got canned from Twitter yesterday? He was removed.
Not 13. He's not.
How old is he?
He's not 13. I think he's like 16 now, but
okay.
I'm not sure exactly. He's young, but they kicked him off a while back. They said that he was 13 because they tried to get him kicked off because I guess Twitter has some policy about the age requirement for using the
and the real
the
reason was?
But he was kicked off because he defended me. And a lot of people yesterday who were defending me were seeing that their accounts were being censored and basically shut down, I guess. But he was reinstated, and then Twitter said it was a mistake. So I don't know. It's clear, though, that this is an act of political warfare. They're trying to censor and shut down conservatives, and they're coming for all of us.
Let's go into just a little bit about the influence of Saudi Arabian Prince Alawid, who owns a lot of Twitter stock. Does he own more than Jack Dorsey?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so isn't he involved in a lot of the decision making as to who goes and who stays?
Yeah.
So
well, you would imagine, right?
So we have
You
Saudi Arabia involved in Twitter, and they're dissing a Jewish American journalist like yourself and a lot of other conservatives. And our president, who loves you, we know that because he's noticed you 3 different times during one of his speeches, and he's in the situation right now where he's dealing with this murder of this other journalist, so-called journalist, Khashoggi, allegedly planned and executed by Saudi Prince Salman. He's got Congress out there trying to get him to cut ties with Saudi Arabia. I would think he's got a few chips in his bag that he can talk to Prince Solomon about this Prince Al Reed and get this dog off of the conservatives, don't you?
Yeah, I would assume so, but it's not even just him alone. I mean, if you look at a lot of these big tech companies, they have Muslim CEOs, they have a lot of Muslim shareholders. For instance, I'm also banned from Uber. The CEO of Uber is a Muslim. He's an Iranian Muslim. And of course, what did I get banned from Uber for? Well, I got banned because I called out their practices of hiring Islamic immigrants who are ISIS terrorists. And they had an Uber driver who didn't even have a valid license, and he killed 8 people with his car on Halloween of last year in New York City. And he was an ISIS terrorist. And when I spoke out about this, I got banned from Uber. So if you don't think that Muslim influence and Islamic blasphemy laws and Sharia law, which of course makes it a punishable offense to criticize Islam, isn't being enforced on Westerners all around the world through social media companies, well, you're wrong. I mean, there's so much evidence, but this is the big elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about. Nobody wants to talk about this Muslim influence and the Sharia influence in Silicon Valley that is the reason why so many people are being censored. Why do you think that people in the UK are on such edge about making comments about Islam or jihad or Sharia? Well, because if you do and you offend these people, they literally will knock down your door at 3 o'clock in the morning and raid your home and arrest you and throw you in jail like they did with Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson was thrown in jail, and he was starved, and he was tortured, and he was abused by Muslim gangbangers and these Muslim rapists in jail.
Who's Tony Robinson? I sort of know
Tommy Robinson.
He's a British journalist?
Robinson, he's a British journalist and activist who does a lot of work to expose, the Islamification of the UK. And, this is the issue. He spent time in jail. He lost 40 pounds in jail. They weren't even really feeding him. And simply because he exposed the truth about Muslim rape gangs in the UK that were raping little girls and then getting away with it on the basis of diversity, he was jailed.
Yeah, and you're calling all this stuff out, female mutilation, genital mutilation, things like that. You're not lying about anything. You're just telling the truth. And I thought you did a great job of explaining yourself while you were chained to the door. Now, what are the alternatives to Facebook and Twitter?
Well, I have other platforms that I'm using now. There's a site called Gab. I am exploring other social media sites, other independent sites, but the issue is that they're not mainstream yet, like Twitter and Facebook.
Right.
And so we need a more mainstream platform, but in the meantime, I'm really just trying to build my email list and to get people to subscribe to my website, lauraloomer.us, because that's my safest bet. And I think all content creators and all journalists and anybody who is in this industry, whether you're on the left or the right, you need to have your own website and your own email list, because they can't take that from you, right? They can't take your list away from you. So you need to have a way to connect with your audience organically that isn't controlled by some liberal in Silicon Valley who can just wake up one morning and say, you know what, I don't like what Laura said. You know what, I don't like what this person said about there only being 2 genders. You know what, I don't like that they don't like Islam. I don't think it's okay for them to be opposing Sharia. Delete. And there are these people, I don't know who they are, but they sit in these offices in Silicon Valley and New York City and wherever, who knows, maybe they're even in the Middle East too. And they just decide who gets to be on social media, right? For all we know, someone sitting in an office in Saudi Arabia who, practices Sharia law in their daily life is sitting there with the control over who gets to stay on Twitter and who doesn't. Do we even know who really makes these decisions? Do we even know where these people are located, the people who are deciding who is banned and who isn't? I mean, it's really scary when you think about it.
Well, thank you for being being a hero to American life as we know it, and to Jewish people all over the world, although a lot of Jews don't like you. How is that? I mean, that's incredible to me. It's like, I don't understand Jews who dislike Israel. What's wrong with these people? In any event,
it's hatred of themselves. It's really a mental illness. I don't know how any Jew in America could vote for the Democrats, especially when they see who the Democrats align themselves with.
Well, how about Alan Dershowitz? Alan Dershowitz ought to know better. He's a smart guy, and he's still a Democrat. And doesn't he understand his party is mostly anti-Semitic?
Well, that's the thing. I said it's a mental illness. I really do believe that it's self-hatred. And look, Alan Dershowitz is a smart man, but to be a Jew and to be a Democrat, to subject yourself to that kind of hatred and to align yourself with people who support those, we're talking about Muslims here. We're talking about just very anti-Israel leftists, people who have a death wish for you. It seems rather suicidal.
There's a Brexit. There's a walk away. I think we need a Jewish walk away, a Jew walk. That's what we need. We need to get people walking out of that Democratic Party is what I think. Hey, tell people once more.
We could call it Oy Vey Away.
That's big Stan from downtown Rolla, baby.
Hey, Laura.
Hey, where can people find you once again? Okay.
You can subscribe to my website,
contribute.
lauraloomer.us. Yes.
Say it one more time.
Also, you can support my investigative journalism and my fight against big tech on my website. It's lauraloomer.us, and my PayPal is paypal.me/lauraloomer.
So inquiring minds want to know, how did you get out of that thing, the handcuff? Did they cut you out eventually, or what?
Yeah, they ended up cutting me out because they said that it was a public safety issue because it was too cold outside. So they kept on saying, oh, well, we're going to leave now, and, oh, you can't be handcuffed to the door. But then because it was very cold, it was like 30 degrees outside.
I know, I was watching
and
this.
They said it was a public safety issue, and eventually they cut me off. So
did they arrest you?
I wasn't arrested. No, I wasn't arrested.
Great, that's amazing. All right. Well, I saw you giving the police a little hell, too, for what they didn't do against Antifa, who was physically attacking people. Right?
Yeah, well, I called them out. I called them out for Antifa, and I called out de Blasio for Antifa and the double standard. But the police agreed with me, and I don't think anybody wanted to be caught on camera handcuffing a Jew wearing a Jewish star. So I think the optics of
I think it worked, and I think
prevented me from getting arrested.
I'm amazed. I was a little concerned, as you know, but I'm amazed that it worked. And you know what? I'm going to leave that stuff to you because you know what you're doing. All right. So what's next?
Great. Well, I'm going to be continuing my fight against big tech and continuing my investigations and, just fighting this battle of censorship of conservatives on social media.
Laura, I used to live in a gated community myself, but they let me out for good behavior. Ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard from Laura, the Luminator, Loomer, who is going to go out there and I'm telling you, if you can scare a whole company like Twitter just because you're effective. Think about what she can do. Okay, they're all scared to death of her, and be careful out there. Okay, thank you for calling the Dave Weinbaum Show and being a friend.
Thank you so much.
Is there any buzz at all about you possibly getting back on?
On Twitter? No,
Yes.
I don't think that I'll ever get reinstated on Twitter.
Okay,
But,
all right.
This isn't just about me. I didn't do this protest just for me. It's for everybody. It's about millions of people. It's about raising awareness. And I think that I did. I mean, now It was the number one trending topic on Twitter, and I think that a lot of people are now aware of things that they weren't aware of before, and a lot of people are talking about it. And before, it was almost impossible to get the media to talk about it.
Well, we just got a call. I think it was from Twitter, and I think Jack Dorsey wants to talk now. So maybe he'll invite you back. All right?
Yeah.
All right.
You have a great start to Hanukkah, and I'm glad things worked out. All right?
Thank
Thanks.
you. Happy Hanukkah.
Bye, Laura. Happy
Bye.
Hanukkah. All right. How's that?
Connor Watkins.
Hi there. Welcome. Wait a minute. I got to reflect on that. Holy cow.
One second.
Holy cow. Wait a minute, Connor. Wait a minute. I got to take a breath. Wow. All right, go ahead, Connor. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show.
Well, we're on the whole technological side of things and social media.
Yeah.
There's a new site. It's a conservative-friendly social media site called Trumptown. I believe it's trumptown.com.
Okay.
And the interface looks like pretty much a copycat of Facebook. So if you can use Facebook, you'll be able to use Trumptown.
Yeah, as long as we can find something that's not going to, I realize there is a reason to kick people off, like if they're swearing at people, if they're threatening people, threatening their livelihoods, their lives, violence on people, things like that, which, by the way, the anti-Semites on Twitter are doing and getting away with it.
Yeah, I agree. It's a total double standard.
Yeah, I would agree. All right, my friend, thanks. I got to go. I'm behind now, obviously. I took a long time in that interview, and you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing. Wow.
Thanks, Connor.
That was something else. Thank you, my friend. Okay, I think we need to take a break right now. And this is, what break is this? The
6.
Fifth? Oh, thank goodness. All right, this is the 6th break. So why don't you go ahead and hit it? Well, wait. All right, listen to me. Call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a triple breakfast stack? Since today is the big day, my time to shine. I'm taking names and showing them who's boss.
Well, good luck on your game today.
Game? No, I'm a substitute teacher for 3rd graders.
Oh, that is big.
For every kind of big day, there's McDonald's new triple breakfast stacks, stacked with 2 sausage patties and 2 slices of cheese with bacon and egg, on your choice of McMuffin, biscuit, or McGriddles.
Woo, go big. And pull around, please.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
Hi, this is Sarah Weinbaum, massage therapist at Lavish Day Spa, formerly known as Terra Day Spa. Come visit me at our all-new location on North Bishop next to Steak and Shake. Come take your stress and worries away with our full-service salon and day spa, featuring discounts on Dermalogica and other skincare items offered with a purchase of a facial. New location, same number, 364-0905. Come sail away at Lavish Day Spa in Rolla.
When it comes to investing, here's something to think about. First, are you satisfied with results? Has your advisor taken the time to learn your investment objectives and devised a plan for achieving them? If you answered no to any of those questions, it's time to call St. Louis money manager Lindbergh Capital Management at 314-416-0055. You'll quickly see the difference. They take the time to get to know you, learn your goals, and what's appropriate for you. Call Lindbergh Capital Management today at 314-416-0055.
Every business needs just the right sign to get people into your business. Missouri Neon Outdoor is here to help. Missouri Neon Outdoor has been family-owned and serving the Ozarks for 80 years. Outdoor advertising remains one of the most cost-effective ways for businesses to build awareness and drive customers to their door. And they offer billboard coverage in over 25 counties in southwest Missouri. Missouri Neon Outdoor has an expert creative staff that can design a great look for you. Call today for available locations in your area. 1-800-788-1778.
Reality check number 44. You can spend money everywhere. Why can't you bank everywhere? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Town & Country may be a hometown bank, but our banking is state-of-the-art. We have dozens of ATMs across the area. Plus, you can bank anytime, anywhere, online or on your phone. You can even deposit checks from your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
Owning a business can be tough, and knowing what insurance you need can be confusing. Help is here with the Daniel & Henry Company. Daniel & Henry Company is an independent insurance broker providing a full range of risk management and insurance products and services for clients locally, nationally, and internationally. They find cost-effective solutions for your business and personal needs, from work comp, general liability, property and auto, and all points in between. Protecting your business is their business. Call Richard Boyette at the Daniel & Henry Company today, 314-444-5011.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
They've given me no explanation, as they told Congress they would give explanations. All they sent was an email that said you are permanently banned and you can't appeal it for repeated rules violations. Only I don't violate their rules. I don't cuss at people on there. I don't harass people on there. I don't do any of those ugly things that some people do. So Twitter's going to become what they are. All of a sudden, my account vanished like a Hillary Clinton email.
Did you call them? I mean, it's not, let me just say, if you're in your business or my business, that's not a small thing. I mean, that's the way, one of the ways that you communicate with your listeners, one of the ways you disseminate your ideas, a main way you do. So did you call Twitter to find out, or have any contact with them at all?
No number to call. In fact, once they banish your account, it wasn't a suspension. They completely banished me, so I'm not even able to log in and email Twitter's support.
Another one that's banned, a guy named Jesse Kelly, who predicted it a couple months ago. And that was before Laura Loomer's, actually was right around the same time as Laura Loomer being banned. And, of course, they weren't talking to Laura Loomer then. And Jesse Kelly, who was a brave guy, he's a two-time Iraqi veteran. And he, he's on Tucker Carlson, and he's a smart guy, and he's protesting this. Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oops, guess they hung up. Okay, so we're back on the show. And we got to hurry a little bit because I got a couple more breaks. And I'm not apologizing for this, okay? I don't know what you guys thought about the interview with Laura Loomer, but I thought it was great, and I'm pretty sure we might have gotten an exclusive on this,
right?
Because I think the mainstream media, for the most part, is staying away from her, and I'm talking about even Fox. Right. You know, other than Michelle Malkin last night, I didn't hear a peep, not even Rush. So what are you going to do? Hi there, welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Okay.
Were you calling to be on the radio, or were you in the office? I think the office, maybe.
Well, that's crazy. All right, so right now, though, we've got a great interview with a woman that has been on the show for a while now, and she's just a hoot. She's a psychologist, and I think we need to play her right now.
Now, if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone, and your life is filled with much confusion, until happiness is just an illusion, and your world around is crumbling down, darling, reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there with the love that will shine for you. I'll be there with the love that will see you through. When you feel lost and about to give up, because your best just ain't good enough, and you feel the world has grown cold, and you're drifting out all on your own, and you need a hand to hold, darling. Reach out. Come on, girl, reach out for me. Reach out for me. I'll be there to love and comfort you. I'll be there to cherish and care for you.
Bad Boss expert sold butcher knives from her car trunk. Pixie Pacer, mirror aficionado, singer, motivational speaker, writer, and the official shrink to the Dave Weinbaum Show. God knows we need her. Dr. Amy Cooper Hakeem. Hi, Dr. Amy. How are you?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Hey, smartphones will now predict our moods. So now we'll maybe have a head start on combating bad ones that are upcoming. What do you suggest we do?
I think that it's important to consider self-talk, positive self-talk. So if you are in a bad mood or in a sad mood, that's normal. And sometimes this time of year, even though there's lots of happy things, that can often trigger sadness, depression, missing people who are no longer with us, wishing life might be different, longing for something that we don't necessarily have. And so it's very easy to go down that path of, oh my gosh, life is horrible, things are terrible. But if we can just change the language that we use in our own head, and if instead we can say, this might not have been how I wished it would be, however, there is hope for the future, or I will overcome this issue, then we can be resilient and positive, and sometimes just saying the words helps us to change our frame of mind.
But as you know, sometimes depression happens and we don't understand the reason for it. Sometimes we just don't, we don't have a clue. We just don't feel good that day.
Right. And I think we need to embrace it and own that. That's okay. You know, we live in this world where everyone's always supposed to look so perfect and feel so happy and smile gleefully. And while, I mean, as we've spoken in previous shows, I happen to be a rather positive person. I definitely have days where I'm, sort of down in the dumps and feel sad and may not even understand why. And just saying, you know what, that's okay. And then perhaps after taking a beat, think about what it is that you might do to maybe offer a little more self-care so that you are happier and more content and perhaps can feel more positive more quickly than you might otherwise.
Now, I don't know if this is a problem, but what do you tell people who are obsessed? For example, I need the news. Even before I got into this radio gig, I needed to know what was going on. Sometimes sports, for that matter. And then politics, especially doing my show. And I am obsessed. I need to listen all the time, I feel, to be on top of things. Is this a mental illness? And if so, what do I do about it? Do I have to be committed?
I mean, definitely we can have different types of addiction. And I don't think that... I think that you could definitely argue that one might be addicted to the news or addicted to Twitter or social media. Definitely I've seen that. I, for one, might be addicted to diet soda. And by the way, I'm a week free. But the thing is,
you're a what? A wheat freak?
I am 1 week without diet soda. I love the real thing, and somehow along the way convinced myself that diet soda is the way to go, and know that it's unhealthy. And so over that Thanksgiving holiday where I got some extra sleep and didn't need the extra boost of caffeine, I am officially 1 full week without diet soda. But the thing is that I actually owned that it was an addiction. And I know that that's my, something that if I'm feeling a little bit like I need an extra boost, I'll go grab a Coke or a Diet Coke. And so, being able to say it and express it is part of the issue. So, Dave, if you want to be alert and aware, as you should, given your role, it's great to be up on the news, but you don't need to, have your phone next to you at all times. If you miss something by a minute or two, you'll probably be okay, or even an hour. So perhaps when you're on your downtime, saying, hey, I'm going to check in every hour or every 2 hours instead of every second of every minute. I always joke about, those who text and drive. What is it that we're actually really so urgently needing to respond to? Realistically, at the stoplight, we'll be okay too, or 10 minutes after, we'll be okay too. And we don't need to always have that sense of urgency with everything at all times. And I think that's part of the way that the world is right now. We live in this fast food society where we are always wanting to have every piece of information as quickly as possible, and it can really be very overwhelming. Think about how much more fun it was all those years ago when we used to just go outside for a walk or a bike ride. Now, kids are on their electronics just as much as adults are.
Yep, they are. Hey, I'm confused about something you said on Twitter. You said, now you're quoting somebody, I think, the rooster crows in the morning. We should jolt from bed and look forward to its possibilities. Now, first of all, at my age, I don't jolt anymore. And secondly, I believe you said that you yourself will lay there a bit and contemplate the day before you get out of bed. So which is it?
Well, I mean, I get excited if there's something happy and positive to look forward to where I want to jump out of bed. I think
No, do you jolt?
I don't particularly jolt anymore. My bones have been they creak a little bit now. So no, I don't jolt.
Okay.
I actually have to sit up slowly and then I get out of bed. But the idea of waking up with this sense of gusto that we can move forward and conquer the day or conquer that task is something that's so interesting. And a rooster, by the way, will crow before it's even officially light out. That I think is such a cool animal feature, because the fact is that this animal knows that it's going to be light soon. And I think what if we woke up 5 minutes before the alarm because we were so super pumped about what was going on? So
and as you've learned,
I'm inspired by the rooster.
And as you've learned, it's very good not to boil rooster eggs, but to fry them.
It is true.
As you learned from this show.
I did learn, and thank you for that.
You're so welcome.
Yes.
Hey, you brought up the rooster thing. Hey, where can people find you, Dr. Amy?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram at Amy Cooper Hakim. My book is Working with Difficult People, Handling the 10 Types of Problem People Without Losing Your Mind, and that is everywhere books are sold, also on ebook and audio format.
Now,
and definitely, yes.
Go ahead. No. You weren't done.
Oh, no, that's it. Definitely reach out if I can ever be of help.
Now, I want you to contemplate what I'm about to tell you and come back and think about it and then tell me what you think next week. Okay. Just when the world is in the palms of your hands, your nose begins to itch. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Amy Cooper Hakim, who will be contemplating this all week, jolting out of bed, writing about it every single morning. Maybe you can tweet me about it, too. Thank you, Dr. Amy. You have a great weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. She's not acting. No. She really enjoys doing this show.
Yeah, she does.
All right. She's... In fact, she tweeted me, thanks for another... Right after the interview yesterday and said, thank you for a great interview and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just told her, watch out what you do with those rooster eggs. And she thought that was funny again.
She really is good.
Yeah, I tell you what, I feel real blessed to have this radio show. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Jesse. All right, so I feel real good about what's going on here, and I have, I've almost been here a year.
Yeah.
On the when they dropped me, they were throwing out stuff like he ain't going to last a month, and then I got a month through, and then he's not going to last more than 2 months, and all that crap, and they
over
kept
here,
doing
you mean?
it. Yes. They were saying it not funny. Here, not the people here, but at the other station.
Right. I still listen to that station once in a while, and I got to ask a question.
Yeah.
What's milk? Never mind.
I don't know.
Someone does the menus, and it's milk. And I said, what in the heck is milk?
I don't know. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to bother them. I'm a friend of Mike Thompson. He's the manager there.
Yeah.
He was a manager that hired me originally, and then they got this other idiot out there.
Yeah.
And the owner decided he was going to back the idiot. So, all right. What was that? Did I say something bad? I didn't hear what they said.
I don't know what he said.
God, you can't yell at me. You got to have some way of communicating me. Come on. I can't forget about it if I don't know what it is. If you're not sure what you want, chances are you won't like what you get. Better like it or leave it. Forget about it. Like it or leave it,
Who are you talking to?
You don't want it? Forget about it. But if you like it and you want it and you go get it, then you're going to be happy with it. Otherwise, you just forget about it. Forget about it.
What?
I'm done.
What are you talking about?
My time is done on this particular Sicilian moment. All right. So we're back on the show, and we're acting like we're not in a hurry, but we should be. Okay, let's do another break. After this phone call, they're going to make it challenging, which I love. I love this. Hi there. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Dave. It's Jim.
Hi, Jim. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm fat and sassy, a little heavy on the fat, but anyway.
Did you get the card?
Yes, and I want to thank you for that. I got it yesterday. That was great. I don't have a lot to say. I just wanted to congratulate you on your 10 and hope that you can do it again with the same woman.
With the same woman?
Oh,
no, I didn't. I wasn't bragging about doing it 10 times a night. I'm not there anymore, quite frankly.
I'm sitting here now.
I know.
Okay.
I know. This is not good.
I can hear what you're saying.
I don't know what what do you mean? I could
sitting right here.
I could play at least 10 games of checkers a night.
Well, yeah.
Where's your mind going? What's wrong with you?
Crown me.
Thanks for getting me in trouble, Jim.
From funny, you bastard.
Jim, you just got me in trouble.
I wouldn't do that to you.
You just did.
It's easy to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm sad. I hope you're not mad.
No, I'm not mad. Of course I'm not mad. You know I'm not mad.
Hey, you have a good one, man. Catch you later.
All right. See you, Jim. Okay.
Sweat coming off his brow there.
You want a piece of me?
Yeah. I want a piece of a commercial. Let's do it. All right. Call the show, 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, do that.
You got it? No, she's not even ready, are you?
No.
There you go. Now you got it.
Flooring Factory Outlet in St. James has the best prices and the biggest selection in the area. And they can save you the most money. From incredible ceramic tile to hardwood, carpet, and laminate, the Flooring Factory Outlet can do the deal. So if you need flooring, they have it. Open Monday through Friday from 9 till 5 and Saturday from 10 till 4. Easy to find at 1111 West James Boulevard in St. James or call 265-1111. The Flooring Factory Outlet, the #1 flooring store in the area.
Fixing your computer should be as easy as learning your ABCs, right? Wrong. The easiest way to fix a computer is to take a hammer to it, but that doesn't fix anything. So go back to the ABC basics, or really just the A, like an A1 Tech of Rolla LLC. A1 Tech takes the stress out of repairs for you with quick turnaround on all electronic repairs. With mobile pickup and on-site services, including evening and weekends, A1 Tech will be sure to have you up and running as quickly as possible. Give them a call at 458-9175 or visit A1TechofRolla.com.
Come see the professionals at Brown Vet Clinic of Rolla, where they promise to place your pet's health and wellness above all considerations. They communicate openly with you about the individual preventative needs of your pet and help protect them from common infectious and contagious diseases while using the best available methods, no matter how big or small the animal. The staff is there to help you 24/7 and will get you an appointment as quickly as possible. Give Brown Vet Clinic a call today for all your animal needs. 364-1919.
If you're in the food business and your walk-in cooler quits, do you think you can call just any heating and refrigeration guy to fix it? Think again. Time is money, and you don't want to have to wait while an air conditioner repairman tries to figure out what's wrong. At Cox Brothers, food equipment repair is who we are. We have the specialized training and know-how to protect your expensive and fragile inventory while we repair your broken equipment. When you need food service repairs, go right to the experts. Cox Brothers Food Equipment Repair in St. James. We'll keep the hot side hot and the cold side cold.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at The Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
If the rest of us start to complain, do you think we can push back against censorship?
I think we can, and I think that's where the real power is. See, it's not a big deal that I got kicked off Twitter. It hurts Twitter worse than it hurt me because they finally kicked off somebody that woke everybody on the right up. People are now starting to realize what Twitter has become. Twitter's nothing but a platform. It's a blank piece of paper that somehow one day woke up and decided that they were the artist, that they were in control of what gets put on that piece of paper, and that's not where their power lies. So if they continue along this path, it's going to be nothing but two feminists screaming at each other because one of them accidentally found a boyfriend.
There you go. And that's again, Tucker Carlson talking to Jesse Kelly, who got banned from, Twitter. Now, I came across a couple of things from Larry Elder. I don't know why. I just listened, and I sort of know the guy. He's a black writer. He writes right next to me for Jewish World Review, where I have taken a sabbatical, I guess you could call it. And he's a great writer, and he's also a great radio talk show host. I believe he's in L.A., And I want you to, he's a conservative. I want you to listen to what he says about fathers. Hit it, please.
Fact is, in 1965, 25% of black kids were born outside of wedlock. The number now is 73%. And I didn't say this, Obama did. A kid raised out of dad is 5 times more likely to be poor and commit crimes, 9 times more likely to drop out of school, 20 times more likely to end up in jail. Tupac Shakur, speaking of him, he said, I know for a fact, had I had a father, I would have been more disciplined, I would have had more confidence. I once interviewed a guy named Kwesi Mfume. He used to be the head of the NAACP. One of the few so-called black leaders I can get on my show. I've called Jesse 50 times, Al Sharpton 50 times, Maxine Waters 100 times. They won't come on. But Kwesi Mfume did come on. And I said, Mr. Mfume, as between the presence of white racism or the absence of black fathers, which poses the bigger threat to the black community? Without missing a beat, he said, the absence of black fathers. And what we've done in our country is incentivize women to marry the government and allowed men to abandon their financial and moral responsibility. When Lyndon Johnson launched the war on poverty, there is a quote that's attributed to him in a book written by a man named Ronald Kessler. And he said, once the effects of my new Great Society program filter down, I'll have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. I'm not saying there was a plot. What I'm saying is it created this disincentive that has destroyed families, not just black families. 25% of white families today are now born, white boys are now born outside of wedlock. 50% of Latinos are born outside of wedlock. The only percentage that's higher than the black percentage are Native Americans on reservations, 80%. And there's a direct relationship between that, dropping out of school, going to jail, all the other social problems that we talk about. Starts with the family.
And up to this point, the blacks have been loyal to the people that have broken up their families, given them welfare to be single-parent mothers, and have children that grow up without a father, where there's not a lot of discipline going on. Not that a single mother can't do it. They can, but it's got to be overwhelming to do it. And it's proven statistically, whether you're white, black, Latino, that if you don't have a father, there are certain ramifications to it. A street corner makes for a poor father. All right, so we're back on the show, and we need another break, don't we?
I think we need this, actually.
Okay, let's go.
We will do what has never been done. Scan the household pet's mind to translate his thoughts into words. Now, the subject today will be my own dog, Max. Max, speak.
Woof, woof, woof. Hi, I'm Max. It's me, Max. I like Park and Leash, and I like Trump. He's my man. Donald Trump is our president. He carried the Electoral College fair and square.
This can't be right. Did you know your dog likes Trump?
He doesn't.
I absolutely do. I know Trump has issues, but one big change is better than business as usual. The Dow is up 2,700 points since he was elected. What's not to like?
I'm sorry, but you're just a dog. You don't know what you're talking about.
Excuse me, Helen, but yes, I do. Stinking helmet. I can't believe you put this on me.
I can't believe you're saying this. You're supposed to be my best friend.
And as your friend, I don't want to see your tax dollars going to health care for illegals.
Explode. What about his record on women's rights? Don't you want me to have a choice over my own body?
You didn't afford me a choice when you cut off my balls.
Fact is, in 1965...
Yeah, really? I don't know what that fact was.
Yeah, what was that? Anyways, I said no.
That was Larry Elder playing again. You know,
guy's got a better voice than I do, for goodness sake. Anyways, gas prices, they're down like $1.90. Is it down to $1.99 around here? Holy cow! And guess who we have to thank for that? Barack Obama?
Oh yeah, well that's what he says.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. There we go. Donald J. Trump. And by the way, I got to mention this. There's a story on Drudge right now, and I looked at it today, and I said, "Whoa!" There's a UFO that they've spotted that's cigar shaped, and it hovered for 20 minutes in one spot. 37 and a half years ago, I was living in a townhouse not far from here in the middle of a divorce. I was walking up the steps of my townhouse. It was in July, I believe it was 1981, and it was hotter than hell. There was tumbleweed blowing in the streets. It was July or August. And I felt a presence. I turned around in bright daylight and saw a silver cigar-shaped huge object about a half a block away, and it was sitting there. I'd say no more than 40, 50 feet off the ground, just sitting there, making no noise at all. And I didn't see anybody else around. And I just sat there, I just stood there and looked at this thing. And apparently it might have been looking at me. And this was for a whole minute or two, and all of a sudden, it disappeared. No sound. I mean, it just took off, no sound. I swear to God, I would take a lie detector test on that. This is not a farce. And the same thing apparently has happened 37 and a half years later.
Weird.
And that is your science tip for today. All right, now we've got one more break. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
I say we take it now. Call the show. We'll squeeze you in the last minute or two if we can. We got time now. After this, we're done, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right.
Except those 20 points you never get out at the end of the show.
Call this. Well, I'm going to try to get a few out. I do have, let's see, I've got about 16 left. Yeah, 16.
Cool.
Call 573-364-4433. Get it off your chest.
The Akar Real Estate sign in the yard is your first step to sold. Whether buying or selling, put the best team of realtors to work for you. Akar Real Estate is the top-selling real estate agency in 4 counties. They work diligently to make your real estate transactions happen. Independently owned and operated for over 12 years by Delek Akar, broker-owner. When you want results that move you, call the professionals at Akar Real Estate at 368-SELL. That's Akar Real Estate at 368-7355.
Sales results obtained from Maris Incorporated.
Does your trip to the dentist office sound like this? If so, it's time to come see the friendly staff at Forum Dental, where they make dentistry simple and fun. Forum Dental is committed to patient satisfaction and high-quality dental care. So come to Forum Dental, where they do it all, from teeth cleaning and whitening to bridges and crowns and so much more. At Forum Dental, they make every dental experience a pleasant one. Forum Dental, working together to be better. Visit their website at forumdental.com.
Welcome to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Tonight's feature is Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, featuring their greatest hits, guaranteed low prices, guaranteed work, and their #1 hit, locally owned and operated. So call and get your tickets to the greatest rock and roll show on earth. Melrose Asphalt and Quarry, 364-9101. That's 364-9101. Melrose Asphalt is a local business and not an actual rock band.
If it's dependability for the road ahead you need, then head to Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla for a new 2018 Chevy Silverado. Strong, capable, and built to stand the test of time. Right now, receive $11,000 in total value on a new 2018 Silverado LT All-Star. That's over 20% below MSRP. Stop in today at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, 100 Fairgrounds Road for full details. Chevy, find new roads.
Welcome to McDonald's.
Can I get a triple breakfast stack? Since today is the big day, my time to shine. I'm taking names and showing them who's boss.
Well, good luck on your game today.
Game? No, I'm a substitute teacher for 3rd graders.
Oh, that is big.
For every kind of big day, there's McDonald's new triple breakfast stacks, stacked with 2 sausage patties and 2 slices of cheese with bacon and egg, on your choice of McMuffin, biscuit, or McGriddles.
Woo, go big. And pull around, please.
At participating McDonald's for a limited time.
Follow me at DaveWeinbaum.net, at the Dave Weinbaum on Twitter, and streaming live on the Dave Weinbaum Show Facebook page.
Do the social media platforms have a congressional exemption that allows them not to be held legally responsible for things that are said on their platform. In other words, they're not media companies, and they can't be sued as media companies can be sued. But now they're acting like media companies. How does that work?
How it works is they have the best of both worlds. You have it exactly right. They are treated like media platforms, meaning they are just an open site where people can post what they want as long as they're not inciting violence. Only they're acting like Think Progress. They're acting like the New York Times because these radical voices on the left never get censored. Even Farrakhan, that complete scumbag that has a tweet still up comparing Jews to termites, he still has an account. But I post things about Velveeta and mine gets banished.
There you go. Again, I guess there's a sort of a theme here, isn't there, in this show? Well, it's two themes we had. There's a bunch of things, but immigration mainly, and the overreach by Twitter and Facebook, who are banning conservatives, Google working against conservatives. So all these people out there, in fact, Google, they're very anti-Pentagon. They didn't want to bid on a Pentagon job, okay, because they don't like the Army. They want to do business with China, or China's Army, but not the United States Army. So they wouldn't bid out something to the Pentagon. Well, Microsoft just got like a $500 million contract from the government, and I'm kind of grateful to Google because I own a lot of Microsoft stock. So thank you, Google. Yeah, dopes. Anyways, yeah, this isn't a profit thing. I mean, if anything, you people out there who are thinking, how can these people be so dumb and be in business? Think about that for a while, and then think about something you could do in business. Just with a little common sense, you could probably do pretty good. A little common sense, a little bit of open eyes, a little bit of understanding that a window of opportunity won't open itself. And you could do pretty good today in this America, especially under the governance of one Donald J. Trump. All right, and if you want to be one of the last callers on the show, 573-364-4433. Oh, here's a caller. Welcome to the Dave Weinbaum Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. I would never say in your case that you're fired, so I'll just say you're hired.
Hello? Oh, Mr. President. You know what? I don't know why he does that. It's right at the end of my show. He must have thought, well, you know what? It's right at the end of his show. He probably can't talk and all that stuff. This is wrong. I mean, oh, my goodness. Are you going to play the song or what?
Yeah.
Or does it come out automatically?
Yeah.
All right. So the president was saying that he would never fire me, but he would hire me. Somehow I don't believe that if he hired me that he'd never fire me. Okay? Yeah. Would he?
No.
I don't know. No, I don't. You know what? I think I'd be okay with him because I sort of get him. As a business guy, a lot of guys that work for him, they're not business guys in the White House. Right. They're either in the military or they're from other areas of government. A few guys that he gets along with a lot better are the guys in business, but not all of those either. But some of them are lasting a pretty good long time with him. So, well, listen, I thought this show, everything came together. I want to thank Steve and Jesse and Stan and my fiance without the ring, Lisa, not wearing her ring today. Do you believe that? I'm a little bit stunned.
Well, she said in her defense, she's put it in the jewelry cleaner, and women do that.
Are you going to talk through my closing? I got, 10
ahead.
seconds?
25 seconds.
25 seconds?
Yeah,
okay.
I counted wrong.
You know what? He's like going to the doctor. The doctor says he only got 6 months to live. I said, doctor, I can't pay you. He said, all right, I'll give you another 6 months. That's what just happened here. He just weighed me 20 seconds ago. He gave me another 20 seconds. What's that?
Just 10 seconds.
Gosh,
10 seconds.
It's not good.
Thank you.
Working with a guy who can't control his muscles. Anyways, thank you. Have a great weekend. I'll be back for another edition. The number one in my 11th year.
Is Bye-bye. KID Salem Rolla, your number